Yo, 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 it's your boy Rockstar, host of the popular new podcast at my mama's house and Rock's house. You know what it is. If you got thick skin, then come on in. But if not, you might want to sit this one out. Now, if you rock with the talk, hit subscribe. This is the house where we keep it live. Now, before we get into it, you know what we got to do. We got to, let everybody explain who they is and let the world know who these popular guests is. With that being said, we gentlemen here. So with that, no further ado, we're gonna let Miss Christian unmute her mic and let us know who she is and what she do.
Hi, everybody. Kristen Olivier Renfro. I am a media personality, host. I host After the Pop for Pop the Balloon or Find Love, but we actually did just change the name of our show to Don't Pop It. I also, Instagram, comedian, all those things. So follow me on Instagram.
Yeah, dig. Now, with that being said, we're gonna go and slide down the King, man. Unmute your mic, King, and let them know who is, baby.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to At My Mama's House. My name is Kane King, filmmaker's filmmaker. And I got Hewwood series that you can check out right here on YouTube right after this show. And you can watch it on Tubi.
And we got my boy Jay in the building. Jay, man, good to see you, man. We're glad you're feeling better, man. Let them know who you is. You know what I'm talking
about? I'm Jay from Jay and Mika's channel. That's a good conversation, what I'm saying? On our channel, we got a few different things, but yeah, Jay from Jay and Mika channel.
Already, man. Yeah, man. You're gonna have to invite your boy too, man, so I can chop it up with you on y'all shit too, man. Yeah. Just let me know. I know. Send the thread. Sure. All right. We got Army Kilometer. Is that I'm starting the shits out early. Let's go. Talk to him, Army.
Hey man, Steve Reese, your favorite actor's favorite actor, manager, from everything from sports agent to actor. It's going down. Anything in the entertainment industry. A shout out to Hugh Wood for putting me in and putting me down. Hey, it's much love. Let's get it.
Know what I'm talking about? And y'all make sure you go check out the series Hugh Wood. You know what I'm talking about? If you can read, you see it on the sign. Go check out the series Hugh Wood. Also, I'm gonna be adding yours too, Christian. So, but until then, go check out Pop the Balloon. Which I know it's different ones. Which one? So I want them to know what to look for, Miss Christian.
The #2 version on YouTube, after the main creator, Love Mountain Edition. My show drops every Thursday called After the Pop, where I sit down and talk shit with the contestants. Why he pop on you, girl? Because he said he was bald-headed, but so was he, that type of stuff.
No joke, y'all.
Caught a stray. It's all right.
But there's some great behind the scenes of King because he helped us to record. Last time we recorded with our superstar panel, Jazzy Faye, 8 Ball was there.
Hey,
artists, and there's some great behind the scenes of you in the episode. So check it out on the Love Mountain page.
Hey, look at me. Hey, I'm gonna take it. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, we're doing things, man. So look here, we ain't gonna even waste no time. We're 4 minutes in. Y'all know how we do. We gotta break the ice with a laugh, man. So again, it's always hard to choose these, but I got some for it. So mute your mics. Let's get it going. All right.
I got next.
Say, hold on.
Come on and break my house.
Oh no. I mean the shit
Come
ain't
on
funny,
and braid my
but the
hair.
shit is funny. Oh my God. Say, bro, what we gonna do with that, man? Hey, I ain't lying. I might have to, but she
That
do
looked like
locks. I
sexual
might have to
harassment.
book an appointment too.
I got next. I got next. He did everybody mind.
Hey man, R.
Hey, I'm
Kelly,
gonna tell
come on
her.
and braid my hair.
You different, man. You going above and beyond customer service.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, man. All right, man. With that being said, y'all, you know what? We finna go on, jump into it, bro. And I got to start it off with this. I think this is something that we can definitely relate to. So, with that being said, let's get into it, man. Mute your mics. Hold on, man. God damn, my damn shit acting up.
The bra. I feel like sometimes people need to self-reflect and take a step back from the broad perspective of what their life has been. I believe that there is more to this world that is much greater than myself. The energy and passion to want to do more and create is within me. That is why I quit.
Okay, so for those that don't know, there's this popular streamer. He's one of the biggest in the world named Cenat. Well, what happened was in the peak of his streaming career, he basically was on top of the world. He went through some things, some personal things, respectfully. And what had happened is he abruptly quit. He hasn't streamed for about 3 months. And when he was asked about it in an interview, he said that, he explained similar things that he said in that video, but he basically says he wants to pursue his career in fashion. So I found that interesting, right? I definitely want to talk about it because I want to see different perspectives if there are, and I want to see if they match up, align in what way or not in one way. So this is a very, very this can go either way when it comes to the thought process of it. So I want to start off with Army. Army, if you are a successful streamer and you're on top of the game, you're a multimillionaire, you got brand deals everywhere, would you abruptly quit that job to start a career in something you love like fashion?
I mean, people do it. People do it, especially if you got your bag right. If you hustle hard, like all the girls in the strip club, right? They over there working and shaking ass to stack their cash to, go to school or open a legitimate business. So a lot of people, have worked things and done things to make money and move on for the future. But I think it's cap. I think he'll stop streaming until his money run low. He's a young man. I'm not trying to say nothing negative about him, but I don't think he's gonna have it together to keep his money right. He gonna stop streaming until he need a check. I think it's propaganda.
Uh, Army, can you hear? Army, can you hear? Okay, so we're gonna go to King. King, what's your thoughts on it? What's your personal perspective on it? Do you think that's a wise decision or not?
I think the perspective of like, everybody got their number. I think for him, what I've seen, I think it's a wise decision. And I think that it's something that's profound that we're able to see in real time that we always know about. Like most of us men that are like mentors, we kind of talk to our young adult men, young adult boys about this moment. This moment where you have that grand awakening is usually around that first breakup. You know what I'm saying? That first love, that first breakup, you feeling something where in that metamorphosis, and that change come around. So like he's been online pretty much his entire teenage, adolescent, young years. So it's like I can't say that it's a bad move when I look at it through the lens of that. I can't say it's a bad move because some of us need to get off of this thing after 60 minutes or 60 days and get a refresh from the social media and being involved. So imagine being in it for like 16 plus years. Yeah. And then, hey, he has the funds to go and try some shit out and fail just like everybody else does.
Gotcha. Yeah. I had thought about this, right? And when you look at it from just in perspectives, I was just thinking of all the different perspectives, the pros and the cons. And then of course, I can definitely take the bias out of it, but in this case, I'm actually going to inject the bias just to further prove my thoughts on it because I come from the industry, right? Been in the music game forever. I was just like him. I signed a record contract before I was even old enough. I was 15 when I signed to Rap a Lot. When I think about it, just the overall situation and the entertainment industry as it is and as it's been, and then I know this is bold, but I think he's stupid as fuck for deciding to do that. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Now, here's the thing, though. He can always prove me wrong, right? He can prove me wrong. All he got to do is just go into the fashion industry and be successful. And if he do it, my hat's off to him, and I'll be the first to come on this podcast and say, homie, you proved me wrong, and I apologize. But let's be real. The stats show that the bet will favor me than him.
But everybody ain't a stat though.
Let me cook, right? You're right. You're further proving my point. He might not be a stat. He might actually, it might work for him. It just might.
I think we're talking about two different things, bro.
Nah, we're not. I'm just using my perspective to prove why. Well, not to prove, but to just explain why.
You're like explaining
a business.
He's explaining a business side, but like the mental health of. Are we waiting on somebody to crash out after this stuff?
I never said. I never added layers to it. This is a general. I asked the question in general. I didn't say, well, from a mental health standpoint or from a financial standpoint. I clearly just asked the question. Now, you still can answer it from whatever angle you want. I'm just answering my question from in general, period. Regardless of the mental, financial, whatever, I think it's stupid. But again, here's what I'm saying. Okay, so here's what I'm saying. If my child comes to me and say, I want to be a rapper, I'm probably gonna slap the shit out of it. Right? Why? No, seriously. I remember one time my son told me he wanted to be a rapper. I said, man, get the fuck out of my motherfucking face. Why did I do that, right? Here's why. My goal is to be a parent first. And as a parent, I'm gonna be just like my mama did. But I'm about one of all that rap shit. You better get your ass a job or something, right? Here's my point. The goal is to make you prove me wrong, nigga. Prove me wrong. Because if it's really meant for you, you gonna prove me wrong. That's all I'm saying, right? That's all I'm saying. You want to go to the NFL? You want to be a wide receiver? I'm gonna say, shit, boy, your ass is 1 in a million, boy.
You saying his new job?
You gotta
he gotta prove me wrong on his new job to be a fashion designer.
Yep.
Like he's doing it.
What you mean? What you talking about? I don't even know the name of his brand. He can't be doing that well.
It's called Vivid.
But I don't know it.
Well, it's new. It hasn't came out yet, so you jumping the gun. He's
No, I'm
already
not.
the change.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
He took a break off. He got his feelings hurt. Just like every boy goes
I
through
didn't say
that first
don't
breakup.
start.
A
I
nigga
just
feel
said
sad,
that it's
nigga feel
stupid.
hurt. Now he trying to heal back up, try to do some business, get busy. And here you is saying, nigga gotta prove to me he gotta make this shit happen.
You
Nigga
sure
just
do.
started. Nigga just started.
Wait
He
a
already
minute.
he making $1 million a
Hold
month
on. Am I
streaming.
tripping or I never said that he shouldn't start it. I said I think he's stupid for exploring fashion when he's made millions doing a stream. I never said he shouldn't start.
But he's been fashionable on his stream this whole time. Like how he's trend. He's a brand trend.
I was gonna ask that.
I'm fashionable.
Is he fashionable? That's what I wanted to know because I don't know.
It's just a brand trend for that people that follow him. Hey, that's what they into. It ain't nothing to us.
This has nothing to do with what people into. The question was: what are your thoughts on him quitting a multi-million-dollar business and going into fashion? I said, you said it's cool. I said I think he's stupid.
There's something that I'm wondering about this with the mental health, right? So I understand because I'm really big on mental health. I think that everyone should protect their mental health at all costs. Even me with my day job, all of my employees once a quarter have to take at least one mental health day. Like it's very important. So I respect that part of it. What part of the mental health is affecting him with the streaming? And is it really going to be different with the fashion? It's kind of like you're in the limelight with the streaming. Everyone's in your face. Going to that industry is kind of similar. So is that really going to be better for his mental health? Is he really taking a break? That's kind of what I, wonder about, number one. And then also number two, I think like where I can kind of understand where Rockstar's coming from. It's kind of like maybe he should have gotten his clothing line off the ground first, started to produce an income from that, and then began to go in the fashion industry, because all these things are a matter of perspective. You can make an outfit and all your homies can say it's dope as fuck and really mean that shit, but then the rest of the world doesn't like it and you're stuck, with the bad investment. We've all been there, right?
I agree. I agree.
Things that I want to add.
I agree with that. Go ahead, Jay.
Hello?
Go ahead, Jay.
All right, so couple things. This is my thoughts on it, right? So one, he's 21. He's 21 years old. He can pause this or retire, whatever, and come back at 24, right? Also, he's the biggest streamer in the world. The only person beside him is iShowSpeed, who's up there. He has a built-in audience of young people that he puts something out, they're going to support him. He has more support than just somebody who says, I'm rapping, I'm going to go and do, woo wear or whatever. He got a built-in audience. Also, him leaving and coming back, his return will be bigger. So he has a built-in, thing to continue on with this. But at 21 years old, being a streamer for 5, 6, 7 years, whatever, starting as a teenager, he deserves the time to have a mental break. He deserves the time to flesh out and see what he wants to grow in different areas. He already got the bag, and at the same time, unless streaming completely, the bottom falls out, the bag is going to be there waiting for him. He's the biggest streamer. He is the biggest streamer of all time. So at 21, having mental stuff, doing it again, I understand him wanting to go and maybe find himself in a different venue, in a different area. You know what I'm saying? And he's of an age where he can take that shot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He got the bag already. So
now, Jay,
I personally think it's a very good thing for him to do that. Now I'm retired. Yeah, Jay-Z done retired 3 times, all this other stuff. Kai can retire once at 21 and come back later if it don't work. Or he does this, all his supporters do it, and then he still comes back later. You know what I'm saying? Like,
now, Jay, let me give you some pushback on it. Now, and it's just a few fact checks. First of all, Cenat is not the biggest streamer in the world. He's in the top 20, and I think he's number 18. There are 19, 20 more streamers that are bigger than him. I don't know him all by name, but I do know I've checked the stats. But he is the top 20 biggest. He's in the top 20, which is still good. Now, another thing, his audience is not guaranteed to be there when he comes back. Let me tell you something about this YouTube world. It's like hip hop, right? When we get older, we ain't going to them concerts as much as we is. How many of us going to a Redman concert that we used to jam Redman and Method Man? No, we're not. We're not like we're a different type of demographic. Now, Rolling Stones fan, they gonna go to a Rolling Stones concert until they're 89. We're not. We're not going to. We're not going to our favorite rapper concert after age down. We're not.
It does for real. I mean, some of us do, but yeah, I
Some
get
of
what
us,
you. But not in the whole.
yeah,
Not in the whole.
not
Rapper,
enough.
like
Not
not the way
to
it's.
where you can do
Not
a
way.
world tour.
Yeah, not like how
Yeah,
you can go to a Hall of
but him
Notes
being,
or
and
somebody.
that's true. But
Yeah.
that's a different arena all to itself.
But
Even if,
yeah.
like you said, if
Wait,
he's
is
not
it
number
just
one in the
rap?
top 20, he can
No.
all like his audience will be right on the screen all the time.
Is it just rap or is it R&B too? Because
just our
R&B,
culture, period. Our culture.
I mean, like, because I mean, I literally like last year I saw Drew Hill like 4 times in different cities.
Not you,
not
but
just
our
you.
culture as a whole.
Yeah, from our young people to the older people,
we
to
don't
still
grow,
supporting
we don't tend
it.
to grow old with our artists like other demographics do.
Yeah,
but his demographic
I'm
is
talking
more
about
than
as far
us,
as
though.
financially supporting now.
But
his demographic is multi. You know what I'm saying? Like he has a ton of like him, and you know what I'm saying. Like he has a vast demographic also. So truth be told, he's not really just relying on us. You know what I mean? Like
no,
when
and
you
that's
got,
true. Yeah.
You know, Kevin Hart coming to your house, and you're going to Kevin Hart's house. You got LeBron, you got his kids and stuff. Like he's in a different sphere with those things. You know what I'm saying? So all he got to do, I think, about it. Let's say he's gone for 5 years. Like, hey, Kev, man, you and Drew pull up. I'm coming back to stream. Doing my live streams for a day, like he can pull everybody back. That's just my thought. You know what I'm saying? Because he does have that pull in that sphere.
Yeah. Here's what I'm gonna say about it, right? And this is the biggest reason why I'm stating my perspective on it. Why I think it's a stupid move, right? Now, if you notice, keep in mind, the thing I said is, I always say what I said. I said he can. All I'm saying is, I'm gonna tell you this is a stupid decision, but I give you the grace to prove me wrong. Here's why, bro. First of all, who sat with him to come up with the decision that this was the best thing to do? First of all, it's 2026. AI is taking over. Jobs are getting disappeared by the wazoo. We got way more important stuff going on. We're living in a society right now where America is being forced to become minimalist because we're the most consumed country in the world, which is going to be a hard enough adaptation for us because we overuse everything. We're the only country in the world that has buffets, bro. We overdo everything. This has got to be the worst time to start a damn fashion company.
Rockstar, why couldn't you show the world through streaming your voyage through the fashion world and everything?
That's what Christian said.
Why did you just stop all together? It don't make sense.
It don't make sense.
Make money off of something like that. You can have two things going rather than
at
one
time.
Yeah, but I think it's all cap though. Like I feel like he's gonna stop for a little bit and like come back in a major way. I think it's only going to draw a bigger audience.
Yeah, I think
he's saying that he's going to be a minimal time away. And he's going to come back bigger than ever, wearing his shit.
I got you. I feel like
say this, Christian. You don't have to say it the way I say it.
You never had to leave it.
He's gonna come back because he's gonna fail. No, it is.
I'm just saying he never had to leave it in the first place. He could have ran everything together and kept that money coming along with everything that he had. I say I don't know who the business person who he has with him, but there's no way that you would stop one stream of income for another when you can have both coming through. That's all.
Exactly. Yeah.
But that's that 21-year-old shit. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I think it's a combination. I think it's a combination of everything y'all are saying.
Like mentally, that could be a lot on the 21-year-old. I think. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, he is still just 21. And he barely. I mean, to be told, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna do this streaming.
At 21, I was irresponsible. No, at 21, I would quit a job in the middle of my shift because I didn't like one thing. You know, like
I wasn't like that. I was a hard worker at 21. Jay, but let's be real.
I was getting people at the NFL at 21.
Jay and
I was a Hooters girl.
Jay and Christian, look, let's be real, right? Because I noticed this term keep coming up, and I respect it, right? Mental health is important, but like, come on, man, y'all let's stop it, man. And he ain't got no mental health problem, man.
Nah, that's what I was gonna talk
Let me cook. NBA young boy.
Cooking?
No, I was just gonna say the statement. I was gonna let the conversation go, fam. I just had to get this out with the mental health.
Go ahead,
bro. NBA young boy smashed his gal and he hurt. That ain't no mental health problem. Like, stop the cap.
Maybe for him it is. These young dudes are soft, you know. They
Yeah,
they cut from a different cloth. You know
They
what I'm
not
saying?
soft. They not. Look.
I met a few in my personal, maybe not all of them, but I've met a few.
Look. Yeah, I mean, I didn't mean to say they're not soft. Whatever. I ain't even where. What I'm saying is, I think, like what Rock saying, I think the mental health word is being used wrongly in this situation. I believe this is just normal adolescence. Can y'all hear me? I believe this is just normal adolescence. Like, for one, this was just the catalyst. The NBA young boy and old girl getting it on and him finding out. And that's how you found out that the shit over with. That was just the catalyst of the normal progression, young men, that you're going to go through. There's going to be
we
that.
all done got hurt.
There's going to be that
our
one that
heart
got hurt.
broke.
So listen. I ain't done. I'm cooking. I ain't done. So he going through his hurt. All of y'all are right. All of y'all are right what y'all said, because there's obviously not somebody there that's helping him mentally through this, because he's making rash decisions. It's probably a great decision to start a clothing line, bro. You probably have the money, bro. But like they're saying, you should stay doing the streaming for a minute and use that as a catalyst, like they're saying. But I think that he's going through this hurt, and then they're calling it like a break, but he's like probably coming out of it. And now he wants to do something totally different because he is maturing, just like a normal young man will mature. And you change. Sometimes you like race cars. Now you don't like race cars. Now you want to go do this. I think that's where he's at. But you still need an elder or somebody there to say, hey, you need some shit to overlap, because this may not be that. So I feel like all of y'all, everything y'all, each one of y'all said is on the money about what's going on.
He just needs some new coochie. Okay.
No.
We sitting here making the signs out of all this. Come on, man. We all been 21.
He don't need no new coochie yet.
What make him have?
Bro, I ain't gonna lie.
What make us have to
Dude
be
who
so
ain't used to
sensitive to
getting
him? Man, get out of here.
Expressions are different than when we were 21.
I'm
Like,
supposed to
like,
be extra sensitive to
if you used to
consonants.
getting cat don't mess with you like that.
Man, let me tell you something. I wish I was let me tell you, hold on. I was 21, a petty drug dealer, 21, my heart broke. I wish I was a multi-million man and got my heart broke. I'd rather get my heart broke like that.
But imagine like 50 million people see that too. But yeah,
his
I'd rather
world
be
is
rich
different,
and heartbroken
bro.
than not. For real.
I don't care.
He in a different world. He in Brady Bunch. He in Brady Bunch world, dog.
Then he got his chick took by a nigga from a parish.
And he got his chick by a nigga. He got his bitch chick like by a nigga, and he in Brady Bunch world.
From a Louisiana nigga, you heard me?
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Heartbroken, but I'm just saying
of
that
all people, it had to be NBA young boy.
Y'all making this extra special.
Man,
ain't nothing special.
It had to be NBA young boy.
But then these dudes worse than the NFL and NBA players. They just use the same girls.
It could have been
to the nearest college and get another one.
If it was Jamal. Hey, Cenat, bring us 3 unks on. We show you.
Man, let me tell you something. You want to know what the average 21-year-old get told when his heart get broke? You man up. We sitting here babying a rich 21-year-old. Y'all got me effed up. Dog.
Rockstar said he's no buying the girl.
You're anti-Kai Cenat.
I love Kai Cenat. You
don't want to help the young brother.
He just wants him to go buy a new woman. That's all. Like, stop crying about it and go buy a new woman.
Yeah, we talking about mental health because he got his boy, bro.
Christian.
Man, you better
watch your leg.
Yeah, but no, I'm just saying, like, come on, y'all, man. The stats show, bro. The entertainment industry, sports, the entertainment, sports, and fashion is the hardest industry to even break into, let alone sustain, bro.
Rock.
He's definitely a talented. He's a very special guy. So
what did Nori say, Rock?
What
did Nori say? It's 3 doors.
Ooh. And then you jump into a business that got them doors.
I'm just saying.
What are the doors?
Hey, you got to go listen to that Nori. Nori said it. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to get no copyright infringement. Nori said it.
Okay.
Yeah. You Hollywood. See, you got to remember, Christian, all that's tied. Hollywood, music industry, fashion industry, they
Who is
all the
Nori?
same.
Nori.
What?
I'm
What?
thinking
What?
of
What?
what?
Mm,
That one? Okay. All right.
Go watch Drink Champs.
Three
yeah,
champs.
man. Yeah. So
I'm just
look,
gonna ask my husband. He probably
Kai,
knows.
you ain't gotta be butthurt, man. I got a cousin. His guy messed over him with the mailman. It's okay, bro. At least, I mean, come on, at least yours slept with a famous person.
If it had not been for the Lord, I wouldn't have not had another bitch.
Like, come on, like, look, tell the truth. Okay, look, guys, let's be real. Which one will hurt more? Your wife or your gal messing over you with the UPS man or Idris Elba? Which one would hurt more?
Probably the UPS man.
Yeah,
Answer the
UPS
question.
man. At least you went for class with Idris.
Yeah, at least
answer the question.
At least get
Idris Elba
Idris.
sleep with your gal or the UPS man?
At least give me a good story, goddamn.
But I'm gonna give you this though. When you look at you, I ran into him. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't judging, but I just was like, damn, I thought this nigga was big. That nigga smaller than all of us.
Oh
bro.
yeah, he's little. Yeah, he's
He a little nigga. I was like, man, what the fuck? I swear to God, bro.
Yeah. Look, y'all. At least.
What do you have against vertically challenged people?
No, I didn't say that. But you know how women have what's her name?
Yeah, the
What's
woman.
No, because you know I'm very vertically challenged, so I got to stand up for them.
Yeah, and when y'all run into him, you be like, damn, this nigga small. I thought he was gonna be a big dude.
No, everybody's tall to me. Everybody is tall to me. I'm 5 feet tall. Everyone is tall to me.
Kristen, you're a woman. This does you do not count.
Yeah, you ain't even in this conversation.
But I want to be tall.
She's scrappy. She's scrapping hard, boy.
But being short doesn't hurt your value as a person. It could hurt us, men. Oh my God, it could hurt. Heck, I'm 6'2" and I'm considered short now. Times have changed.
Really? That's crazy.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
The men in my family are extremely tall. So my brothers are 6'4", 5.
Yeah. Oh, they barely made the cut in 2020.
Yeah. Apparently, huh?
Yeah. But look, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I actually wouldn't feel bad if they be like, man, you ain't what you got on. Nah, man, she messed over me with Idris Elba, bro. They gonna be. I won't even look at that. I can eat that. But you can't even tell your homie she messed over you with the UPS, man. They gonna look at you weird, like, dang, boy, you must be whacking bed. You.
Maybe it was a holiday
Kai,
time.
I got you back, Kai. Sorry,
maybe it was a holiday time and she wanted to get those packages. Maybe that's what it was.
Hey, at least he could say it was with NBA Youngboy, the most famous rapper in the world, bro. That's all I'm saying. Now, it could be worse, y'all. All right, man. We gonna go and get off of Kyle, man. Look, Kyle, good luck with your fashion, man. We wish y'all a success. You know, hey, we laugh here. We're gonna crack jokes on you. I personally don't. Me and Steve don't think it was the best move. Christian and King does. So, hey, again, my whole point is prove me wrong. I want you to prove me wrong, my brother. I want to be able to come back up here and say, hey, I apologize. That boy making $100 million a year off his clothes. So, yeah.
Anita Baker. I apologize.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm gonna play the song. All right, mute your mic, y'all.
On my age. Nah, see, I was. Everybody thought I was in my 20s till I started singing that Anita. Let me stop. What's the next topic?
Well, Anita timeless though, so that you know, people still listening to us.
Oh
so.
yeah,
Yeah.
like you have to.
All right, mute your mic, y'all. I don't know what is going on with my whatchamacallit, but I seem I have to do it twice for it to pop up. But I got it. What in the hell? Hold on, y'all. Okay, so thousands of NFL fans say they're boycotting the Super Bowl halftime show after reports saying that Bad Bunny said he will wear a dress during the Super Bowl halftime performance. Because of this, there are a lot of people saying that they're going to boycott the NFL. And then you have some that are okay with it. So, with that being said, okay, so let's start with Steve. Steve, unmute your mic. Um,
You can hear me?
the first question is what is your thoughts? How did you feel when you found out that a queer guy was performing at the Super Bowl halftime half show, which is majority a man's sport? What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I never had of actual thought of it like that because I didn't have a thought of him like that. I actually see him as just a regular comedian
What
and actor.
a comedian?
Yeah, just like he just played in the Adam Sandler movie and he was actually funny in it.
He's a singer.
I know he is, bro, but
Oh,
he's
okay.
he playing Saturday Night Live. He been in everything too, bro.
He's not a comedian. He's the entertainer that played on Saturday Night Live.
He's in. I'm saying he does everything.
He ain't no comedian, nigga. But go
He
ahead.
be in movies as gangsters. He do everything.
Tiana Taylor was just on Saturday Night Live, but she's not a goddamn comedian, nigga.
All right, but I'm just saying that he be in movies. He does a little bit of everything. So
Okay,
I
got it.
feel like anything he doing is still entertainment.
Okay, so but the question is, how as a sports fan and a fan of the NFL, how do you honestly feel about queerism being injected into the fabric of the sport?
Like I said, I didn't ever think of it like that. But it's just like with every team, with boys boycotting and saying they not wearing stuff on their jerseys. You know what I'm saying? To what's the name? Everybody got their own thing, and I don't go against it, but I hate when they try to force stuff on us. You know
Well,
what I'm
you,
saying?
you don't think
They
that's
try
what
to
they're
force,
doing?
huh?
You don't think that's what they're doing? Because there have been
I'm
several.
saying that. That's why I said I don't like when they try to force stuff on us. He not that kind of artist to me to be the halftime show. He might be that kind of entertainer, but he's not that kind of halftime show that everybody will be okay with. I ain't gonna lie, last year though, it wasn't that kind of halftime show to me that everybody was cool with.
Nah, but we just talking about this particular
I got
artist,
you.
though,
I'm just
Mason.
saying
Yeah.
though, but I'm just giving a heads up that
Yeah.
it just don't go like that sometimes.
Yeah, but this is different. Can we
Okay,
make this
I'm just
different?
giving. Hey, that was my perspective. I respect it.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, King. And then we're gonna come back around because I have another question that I want to hit with y'all about the topic. I just want to first get y'all initial thoughts as to how you feel about the NFL and what they're doing as far as the halftime show with Bad Bunny. King, what's your thoughts on it?
I mean, like kind of like Steve, man. I ain't really gave too much thought with it because it just seems like that's the direction that these big powers have been going. Is like really bringing in the LGBTQ whatever movement and artists. I don't really know much about Bad Bunny other than stuff that I may have accidentally heard on the radio. I don't know anything about him being an actor. I don't know nothing about it at all. In the sense of like when I first heard it, it was like Bad Bunny. I thought maybe it was a chick, a girl. I didn't know it was a dude. I didn't, what I'm saying, nothing against it. But once I did research who it was, I was like, oh, I can see why people like him. I can see why he's a superstar type of thing. But at the same time, the controversial stuff about it, I don't know what they're doing.
Are you okay with him performing at the Super Bowl representing LGBT? It seems like everybody running around this question.
Because I don't care no more. Because they doing what they
Nah,
know how to do. They doing what they gonna do anyway. That's everywhere, bro. It's
I
like you
did.
can't even watch a show without seeing it. So
I didn't ask you if you
it doesn't
cared.
matter. I just change the channel. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? It just
Yeah.
it
Okay.
doesn't. I'm not gonna. I mean, if it, I'll check it out. But if it's boring and I'm gonna change, I mean, I don't know. I guess. I guess in my heart of hearts, I want to say, yeah, it's kind of like whack. I feel like it's football. You know, you kind of want to see, I guess, some different kind of artists, but
Yeah. Okay. All
I don't know.
right. Christian, what's your thoughts on this? Do you think this is an infringement on masculinity?
Well, first of all, I'm not like a fan of football or anything like that. I kind of watch the halftime show every now and again if it's an artist that I like. So I'm not really one that cares about football, but I understand what it means to people and how important it is. I mean, I grew up in the Los Angeles area, so LGBTQ community is something I always was familiar with and understood and always, lived amongst and understood, who they were, respected them, and had no problems. Coming down to the South, it was a little bit different, tolerance of it, what and whatnot. So I kind of like it doesn't sometimes when some people see some things, they're like, oh my God, it's so shocking, but I kind of grew up in that kind of atmosphere with a lot of that community. So it's something I was very familiar with. But I am a fan of like reggaeton, I'm a fan of bachata, all that stuff. I speak Spanish, all that. So I love like the type of music that he does, but I do recognize that it is something that is a negative thing for the masses. Because it feels for a lot of people as if they're forcing this agenda upon us. Like even if it's something that not if you don't you disagree with it, right? You don't hate anybody. You just something that you don't want to have as a part of your life. If you want to watch a Super Bowl, you're gonna have to view it. And it is something that is masculine, and that most people that are watching it are males and probably do not prefer to see a man rapping reggaeton wearing a dress. I feel like if he does do that, he's purposely doing it to cause commotion, to, incite conversation. And it's not respectful, of what is intended to do. Even if you look back at the history of like the Super Bowl halftime show, there wasn't one. And one year they lost all their audience to In Living Color. And then nobody came back. And they said, we
Yeah.
have to change this, right? And then they came with that bomb halftime show and it became a thing, right? It's very special. It's very iconic. It's something that football fans look forward to. So I think that doing that is definitely purposefully trying to do something that, a majority of the audience is going to be uncomfortable with. And whereas I'm not a football fan, I'm thinking about my 10-year-old son watching it, and I don't really want to have to explain to him if he asks me, Mommy, why is that man wearing a dress? I know this is the world we live in, but that's not my favorite thing to do.
Gotcha. Now, before we get to you, Jay, man, I want to kind of give some feedback off what Miss Christian said. She's definitely right as far as about the California area, because like when I hear people say like they tend to think like Atlanta is like the gay capital or whatever or whatnot. I tell people all the time, y'all lost in time. LA been Atlanta 60 years ago. 60 years ago, longer than that. LA been that.
Oh yeah.
Atlanta is new, right? And I just wanted to add to that because you are so right, Miss Christian. That LA is somewhere looking like y'all really think that Atlanta started all like no. But also I want to add to that is what the NFL reminds me, who the NFL reminds me of? They reminds me of the drug dealer that knows that they can treat the customer any way they want, and they still gonna come to them. They still gonna serve. They still gonna buy them. They can slap them across the head. They still gonna come back. You know what I'm saying? They can jump on them. They can do anything, man, and they still gonna come back. And so for me, I've been, I've been stopped watching sports, right? Because I got tired after the Colin Kaepernick situation, right? And I
Yeah.
just got tired of spending my money. I just realized that I'm never going to win investing into an organization that it's a big deal. They have to question a black quarterback's IQ in order to even say he's qualified to start, right? And so, but with that being said, that's how I look at it. Like I don't even feel sorry for the customers no more, because it's like they like being mistreated, they like being misrepresented, and they like the fact that they're how they feel about something that they're supporting is just so disregarded. And the NFL is just like, we're gonna do what we want to do. Y'all need us more than we need y'all. We are the program, and nothing matters.
I kind of want to push back on that.
I mean in general, but if I don't mean individually, but go ahead, push back.
Whatever that was. But I wanted to push back on it a little bit when you say like, kind of like the non-complacency, or the fans are just, gullible and want to, I think that it's more than that. It's like there is a part of like football and sports that came from like the nostalgic 70s and 80s and 90s of sports watching, that a lot of people still hope and root that comes back. Just think that because they give you a little piece that shows you that some of that nostalgia is going to come back of that old school type of like sport thing, but really it doesn't. It's just that mirage, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And as it gets bigger and bigger, there's more and more conclusion of things, and it's more of entertainment. It's more WWE world, like wrestling. It's scripted. It's all that. So I think they're still like hard to say, like they're just dumb fans just watching. It's more so like, damn, it's a lot of nostalgia and bonding of families between these sports teams and games, and the game of 72, the game of 77, and the 82 Super Bowl, and 1994 Cowboys, whatever, this and that. So it's like with somebody who's perfect. Yeah, all that. Yeah. Yeah.
And that sounds like the crackhead that's gonna be like, it don't matter how the drug dealer mistreat me, I need that crack.
I guess, yeah. I guess so. Yeah, yeah.
Like what it
I mean, because I guess so. Because I mean, just like anything that you're addicted to, a drug or watching TV or the feeling, it's the serotonin and the chemicals in your body that you want to get to that same feeling again. And maybe watching a good game, escaping from the regular life, is what that is. I'd rather somebody doing that than sparking up that crack pipe, because that's a crazy life right there. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
to be addicted to that.
They watch football too.
Yeah.
So Jay, let me ask you. I want to say this, and then you can answer your question. The example that I was alluding to was the example like I remember this corner store in a neighborhood where I used to live, right? And the Asians in there, they were real mean, they were racist, right? But here it is, they had their feet planted in our community, and they was taking our money, selling us damn near expired items that we still would buy, and we would continue to give them their money even though they treated us bad. But Jay, I was the guy who, once I found out, I don't go to your store no more. And even if it meant I had to go to the store a couple of blocks down or a mile down, that's what I did, because I stood on that. Why is it that it seems like us, we just, and I'm saying this, not even, I'm forget color lines, it's football fans in general. Why is it we can't do that? Because the NFL is not bigger than the people.
I walked in here as soon as I saw it. It's like the smaller leagues trying to come in and take over the NFL during the summer. You just can't beat something that's got so much of a mass following. I remember I invented him. And everything too. Like, I ain't gonna lie, sometimes like the NFL is branded. So they took Sundays from the church.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, it's well branded. It's safe. It took over.
Damn.
Right.
You killed it. That's my point.
Shit.
It's
But I
how,
mean,
we let the
NFL.
NFL we let the NFL take us away from God.
but there's not a way to
Hey,
like
the
fix that. in the
NFL say
sport.
you can start at 8 o'clock. They start at 12.
Hey, church,
I
get
swear to
out.
God, I done been in a church where the preacher brung up, I got to get to this football game.
Hey, man, men leave their wife in the supermarket and told her, hey, man, you got to be out of here by this time because the kickoff started this time. He left her. She had the Uber home.
Go ahead, Jay. I think Steve, because your mic wasn't working. Go ahead, Jay.
That is true. Like he was saying, like, you know, it has monopolized, you know, the whole thing, just in general. But this is gonna be an unpopular opinion. I personally, nor do I care or have a problem with the Bad Bunny thing. Here's why. It don't affect me. Him getting up there doing that, you know, it don't affect me. You know what I'm saying? It's the halftime show. It's not part of the game. As far as take away the masculinity from the game, if that's the case, there's probably argument should be had back when Michael Sam's was coming in. And honestly, he probably should have been able to have a career. Like, the end of the day, I know that I have daughters, you know, and there's an LGBTQ community. And do I have a problem with them? No, it don't affect me. How I raise my daughters is now, are they exposed to stuff? Yeah, but guess what? Back in like 55, 1960, we were the ones that were trying to be represented, and people were like, why are we a part of AB as far as Black people? Now it's different because it's not, you know, sexuality, all that stuff. That's murky road. But it's like, what are you gonna do? And it's at this point in time where there's all this unrest in the nation, you know, stuff like that. It's like, you know what? I'm not finna stress myself over no Super Bowl halftime show. I ain't finna watch the damn Super Bowl, first and foremost. I ain't watching it. He don't even do his songs anyway, so he finna piss off everybody there in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Like, but he does have an audience, and just like last year, some people hated the fact that Kendrick was up there. But guess what? Kendrick was representation for us. I love that. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. Unless they want to sit up there and have Taylor Swift, that Randy Travis, all that, so that it can feel it's representing the NFL the correct way for the people that whatever, then whoever can run it. Unless they want to do that or have Bruno Mars do it each year.
But Jay, but let me ask you this, right? I think that when people say that, I think it's sort of a cop out because it does affect us. It does, even by default.
How?
We cannot sit because there's an agenda being pushed, bro.
There's always an agenda.
No, but
everybody has agendas. So Black people have agendas.
This is not the same agenda. Why are we trying to watch this out?
You know, I'm not saying it's the same agenda. What I'm saying is the agenda.
This is different.
No, but here's the thing. There's always that, and that's why I brought up back in the 50s to 60s. You know what the agenda was then? For us to get our representation, and we got it. Now,
there's a difference here. I have to interject. The difference is that back then we wanted to be treated equally. True. This community wants to be treated differently. Yeah, we just wanted what the white people were getting. They want different rules. They want things to change. Black people were not saying, you know, rewrite rules and accept different things and shove it in our faces. Whereas I have no problem with that community. There's a big difference in it. And I don't like when it's compared to the Black struggle because we just wanted equality. They want different stuff. Like, you know, at the end of the day, the law is man and wife as a marriage, and they want the law to change. They want it to be man and woman and woman. So that's not equality. That's special. They want to be treated, you know.
Let me push back on that one thing about it. So Bad Bunny, it's not like, now the dress thing, I personally done seen Kanye run around in kilts, Young Thug's weird ass running around in dress and stuff. Bad Bunny has it, like, that's his audience. He's not a trans person himself. I don't know if he's gay or bisexual or what, So but that represents that. Him wearing the dress represents it, right? That's what it is. But it's not like he's saying, hey, and I think he is trying to piss the administration off.
Oh,
as
he
much as
has
possible.
said it. He's
That's what he's trying
acknowledged
to do.
Kanye and Young Thug wearing dresses, but they like pussy, and we know that, you know.
Okay, but let me ask you a question. Have you seen Bad
And they're
Bunny
not
say this is
performing at
my
the Super
boyfriend?
Bowl.
No, but
halftime show
I don't know about
in
him,
front of
but
the
I
world.
do know about them, you know.
Right,
So
but
it's
you don't
like
know
it
about
doesn't,
Bad Bunny though.
but
That's
but
what
it's
I'm
like it doesn't come up as a question of sexuality when, you know, you see it as a fashion trend in that way. And if he was doing it just as a fashion trend, you know, just like saying I'm wearing a dress because it's a fashion trend, but he's making a statement for the LGBT community is what it's being perceived as. And he is described as being queer, you know, so he has some involvement in that community.
So Young Thug saying this is my boyfriend and all this stuff, that's the same thing. It's just about how we I get what it is the same thing. So Young Thug for years can do all this stuff. This is my, you know what I'm saying, all this other stuff. I'm not defending Bad Bunny per se. I'm just saying, like you said it perfectly, it's the perception. The perception is that it may not be that. I think he's just trying to piss off the administration. With all this, you know what I'm saying, the stuff with ICE and all the stuff he's already doing, whole set's going to be in Spanish. He's trying to piss off the
And that makes
administration.
sense. I mean, it makes sense if that's what he's trying to do. I mean, I wouldn't argue with that. But at the end of the day, it's like he's using, you know, this platform for his agenda. And a lot of people do share his agenda, right? So there's going to be a lot of people who are going to be for it and saying, look at Bad Bunny, and we're so excited for him, and other people that are disgusted by it. But at the end of the day, you can change the channel. You don't have to watch it, and it doesn't really matter in the big scheme of things.
That's kind of where I'm at. That's why I said it doesn't affect. I'm not watching.
Hey, if anybody in the world feel you, my nigga, I feel you, okay? Because like what I don't know doesn't hurt me. I'm a big proponent of that. That's why I was just telling my husband I don't watch the news, because if I don't know the fuck shit going on in the world, I'm not going to be upset or worried about it, you know? So it's just out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, and that's kind of my whole soliloquy, right? As far as when it comes to this, my whole thing is, again, I'm not even tripping with the NFL at this point, right? I'm not even tripping with Bad Bunny because clearly he was paid. Well, he wasn't. Well, you got to pay to be there, but they asked him to be there. My whole thing is like it's just getting to the point where we're just starting to accept anything. Because y'all got to think about this. After this, what's next? Then it's going to be a trans at the next halftime. Like they're going to upgrade the bullshit, right?
Yeah.
And like, you see what I'm saying? I'm thinking ahead.
Yeah, we're not going back from here.
It's just like they're trying to purposely mess up the halftime show. Like last year, people were mad about Kendrick, but I feel like the basis of that was just that because the year before they did it in LA and had all the LA artists there, right? So they kind of set that precedent. So then the next year, when they went to New Orleans, you know, they wanted it to be Juvenile, Cash Money. That's what they wanted. But they said, no, Kendrick. So a lot of people were really mad about that. You know, I'm from Louisiana, so that's why I was born. I had to side with them, and I didn't understand it. There was plenty of hits, plenty of people that could have done the exact same thing they did the year before. But it's like, and the only reason that people had the idea to do it is because of what happened in Los Angeles. If y'all didn't let all them niggas come from LA and do it, the next year in New Orleans, nobody would have even had the idea.
Yeah,
so it's just like
two
2 years in a row, people are having a lot of beef about the halftime show.
Well, it's actually 3. It was LA, and then it was Usher before. So that's what I'm saying. Like, they're like, honestly, no matter who, if it wasn't a Taylor Swift or something, they're gonna be tight because it's like, all right, we done had 3 Super Bowls with black.
And LA boy, Detroit and New York with them. Didn't they? Didn't 50 and Eminem perform as well?
Yeah.
When? I don't know.
And the
that was the LA one, 50 and Eminem.
That was the LA one.
They brought 2 other cities with them.
Yeah. I guess
the majority was Los Angeles, and that's how they kind of advertised it.
I guess one of the reasons, I guess I'm looking at it from such futuristic angles is because it's like, you know, we come, everything that was born of us and before us was generations of people who stood against things. Like they had no problem standing against things if they didn't agree with it. And it seems like now we just turning into, okay, it's whatever. Okay, it's whatever. Oh, this is poison? Okay, it's whatever.
Yeah, we're not as militant as the past eras, fam.
Yeah.
Like I ain't gonna lie. I ain't going out there and standing up for what's going on with ICE and kill myself behind nobody else. I'm not doing it.
I'm not doing it. That ain't
I'm
my
just
fight.
keeping it real.
That ain't my fight. Hey, they don't stand for us. You
Can't say that out loud. Can't say that shit out loud, man.
I know, right?
God damn.
Hey man, I'm just keeping it real, man. I'm doing what I gotta do to stay here with my people. If I don't gotta run into them people and get into that, I'm not getting into that.
Now wait, y'all check this out. I love this. The segues be perfect. We finna segue into it. I already got the video. So let's talk about it. Mute your mic.
I swear to God, black people are the only group of people in this country that does not prioritize black issues, and that's why they stay at the bottom. We had an immigration march singing "We Shall Overcome" and ain't overcame nothing for black people. And let me say that does not mean that we do not support or love Latino brothers and sisters if we don't join their fight. Si se puede. It just means that we have to prioritize the fight right here at home. How you at home in your house on fire? You're in the state of emergency. You got the bottom of wealth, the lowest amount of homeowners, the most chronic diseases. Your kids are being miseducated in public schools. They stealing all the money. They stealing your houses and tax sales, and they constantly pushing you out your neighborhood. How you in a state of emergency? Where you at? Your kids don't have the opportunities that they deserve. They don't have a pathway to trade jobs. They took the trades out of school. They don't have a pathway to tech jobs. But you are sitting here talking about immigration every day online. You going to immigration protests? You need to get your focus together. We need to be focused on how we are to better our communities for the next generation of young people. And if we need to stand up against our politicians, we got every right to do so. Your mayor just gave $1 billion to migrants in 18 months. He fed them, clothed them, sheltered them, and everything. But a video just came out last night to show a whole group of black homeless people sleeping on a CTA train because they think that that's a homeless shelter, but they don't have the resources that they deserve. We got to get right, guys, and stand up for what we deserve in our community.
All right, Steve, I don't know how you knew we was going to talk about this, but perfect segue. So with that being said, I'm going to let Steve start it off. So go on, finish, tell us your thoughts about this. So the question I have is do you think that we should be supporting these protests, and why?
It goes by the protest a lot of times to me and the fight. Because sometimes we fight battles that we know we can't win. There's a lot of the fight that go on, and that's why a lot of people end up in a bad situation because they put themselves in bad situations.
Make sure you answer the question too, though.
Yeah, I got you. Now, when it comes, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's a lot to go on with this.
He don't never answer the question.
Hey man, Rockstar, you better. But that's why I'm like, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of ways you can look at things from a lot of different angles.
We want your angle.
That's why I'm trying to give it to you, but I'm trying to loop around. I'm trying to play shortstop, first base, and in the mid center field, bro.
I'm gonna do whole clips with like different.
So I'm just giving you a little heads up. But I'm just saying it's a lot of ways you can look at it. And I feel him on every aspect that he just stated and stuff. And there's a lot of stuff in this country that is like, come on, man. Like ethics and morally on your own people, like, come on.
Gotcha. Jay, you want to get in on this? What's your thoughts on? I know you're gonna answer the question first. I gotta mess with Steve. This will make the show out.
Are these about the protests in Minnesota?
Now, what do you think that we should be supporting protests that has nothing to do with us?
Nothing to do with us?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. To a certain extent.
Ooh,
Like,
okay.
well, because this is the thing. People gonna fight for what affects them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I understand the person if they say, nah, I ain't getting that, ain't got nothing with our people, right? But me personally, you know, if it was a justified reason, I would support other culture, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's like one, I'm the type like I would like to do unto others as you know what I'm saying. You never know when you may need some help, and somebody look at you and look past your skin color like, yo, this ain't right. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand both ends of the spectrum, but me personally, if it's a justified reason, you know, I'll support people because you know, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like it's about right and wrong. Yeah, color comes to that certain point, yes, depending on what it is. But you know, I see my neighbor is Spanish, right? He's Mexican. If something's going down, you know what I'm saying? I don't even talk to this mama. You know what I'm saying? Like I really don't. But I see him and his kids and his wife every day and stuff. If I see him going through something unjust, I'm like, hey man, hold on, that's not right. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's just how I am. And so yeah, I'll stand up for my fellow at the end of the day.
You know, that's funny you say that, right? Because me personally, them ain't my people. I'm just gonna be real with you, and ain't nothing brown about them to me. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know how they was given a color that I never seen them in that shade. I'm just gonna be real with you, bro.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
So and it's just pop like so with that. So are you saying like does your humanity stop at your skin color?
Oh, what's the question?
Does your humanity stop at your skin color? That was the question. Like, does it like if it's
Breaking up,
if it's a white person like a white person like an Irish spring person going through something if they're not black, are you gonna turn the back on them or you be like, yo, that's just not right?
First of all, it's cold as hell in Minnesota. I probably ain't gonna go protest for none of no niggas. Shit, yeah. That first of all.
I know first and foremost, it's cold as hell up there. Trust me, I do.
But nah, man. Even if you even ask them, the real ones, they will tell you they don't like us. I've been incarcerated. You want to know? It's 3 directions you go when you go in, and you one of 3 directions. You only have 3 directions to go when you go in. White, black, Mexican. You want to know where all they going? They all gonna go to the. They gonna go. So that alone lets me know who stands for me and who don't stand for me. So just me knowing that, I take that outside of the cells and I'm rocking that way. I can't do it, bro. I can't. Yeah, but that's just me, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But here's the thing, there's nothing I would like to feel. I would like to feel like you feel, but you know, there's this militant saying that says Bibles, religion doesn't exist in war. So that's how I look at it, bro. When it come down to it, they gonna ride with they side, dog. Yeah, yeah, but that's me. So anybody else want to speak on it? What's your thoughts?
Yeah.
Let me say something real quick since somebody's saying anything. And I understand your point of view. You know what I mean? Because like I understand your point of view. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like that for the longest. And I know there's levels to where I will, you know. And I think part of it, the stuff that we're going through today, take race out of it, you take classism into it. You know, everybody talk about fascism, all that stuff. It's like that. That's just what the world is. You know what I'm saying? What you're saying is a realistic view on stuff. What I'm saying is my view. They're both realistic views. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I personally think, you know, America itself, And maybe the world in general is always going to be just, we have to figure it out one way or another because we are not all on our own continents. We're not. You know what I'm saying? And like, I would love to think that if I'm getting beat in the middle of the street by whoever, if a white dude walked by, he might say, hey, that's a man getting whooped over there. Let me try to help him. I may not get myself beat up, but let me try. But that white man just might walk around like, that ain't none of my business. And that's kind of the messed up part about this whole world. You know what I'm saying? And part of that, yeah, like you said, like, you know, I'm from Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? And the whole Alex Petty stuff, the Renee Good, all those things. It's just messed up because you do have these two varying ways of people looking at things. And I'm starting to realize the more I'm seeing a lot of the world's perspectives, it's like people don't care about anything, even myself. There's things where I've looked at and seen something like whatever, but when it's at your front door, it's a little bit different. And I think that's just going to be the norm. You know what I'm saying? Like, my way of looking at stuff is not the right way necessarily. You know what I'm saying? The next person is, but it's like, it kind of sucks for the world in a way. You know what I'm saying? Because especially in America, we're in this mixed up pot here. It's always, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're conservative, you're liberal. If you're left, if you're right. So, and part of what you're saying, I understand 1,000% because it's like, why try to mix it together then? Because it ain't gonna work.
Yeah, I totally respect everything you said because you ain't wrong. You totally right. You totally right. I have no rebuttal. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I feel
That
like
might be a little quick.
No, you telling the truth, bro. I just I would consider, see, socialistically, I agree with you. But survival wise, I got I got a whole different perspective.
Understand that, yeah.
Go ahead, Christian. Yeah.
Well, like, who are you saying? Like in the moment, if something's happening to somebody, I don't care like what's going on. I'm gonna help somebody, right? I was a situation. I saw a little white girl getting, beat on and cussed out by a big black dude, and I went in and I intervened, to help her in the moment. I'm gonna be there for people, but so I think that's kind of different than like going to a protest. That's like, nothing's happening in that moment. But I want what's good for everybody. I want everyone to have peace and harmony. I want everyone to get treated equally and everything, but it's like one part of me is like heavy on my business, I don't really get involved in anything that's not directly affecting me because I try to make every choice based off of love for myself, right? I want to have a peace of mind, right? So I choose thoughts that serve me. So I'm not trying to think about someone else's struggle because I'm thinking about my own, right? And then when it comes to me, it's kind of like I always, when you're asking about should we be participating, I kind of go back to like Muhammad Ali. Ain't no Viet Cong ever called me a nigga. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't, want to be fighting other people's battles. We're still fighting our own battles. I wish what's great for you. I want y'all to win y'all's battle. I'm praying for y'all. Y'all got a donation, a GoFundMe account. I'll give y'all a little bread. You know what I'm saying? And I'll ask the Lord, to guide you through until you make it. But as far as me going and getting involved and actively putting myself into a protest or, something like that, me personally, I'm not going to do it, but I'm heavy on my business and stay in the house unless someone's paying me to walk outside, so.
Yeah. And then also, before you go, King, I mean, we all are held to a certain standard to obey the law. I mean, they're breaking the law. If you're not, legally here, you're breaking the law. Right? I mean, in its simplest form, right? I know if I run a red light, they're gonna give me a ticket. If I have a warrant, I'm going to jail.
You can't go nowhere. You can't go to no other country. You can't go to another country without the approval of some other country. You know what I'm saying? You just can't. You know what I mean? And then the emphasis on like we need to protect them. I'll protect my brother if something's happening. Yeah, if something was happening, but this is something that's been mandated. The only thing that's making it happening is the people up there because I've been in protest mind state. I've been at protests. I've done these things. There is a part where you get to where you're like, man, you want some more shit to happen. You want something else to happen. Now you got a group of people that making something happen and they're breaking the law. They're blocking the streets. This is like a federal mandate to go in and get people who have broke the law of what our land is. You have to ask to come in here. And then the same whatever, even if the cops are wrong, that's their business to be wrong. As far as like if they got the wrong person or it doesn't even exist, that's theirs. But to get in the way because you want to make something, that's not how activism works. Activism is years, centuries, decades. It ain't overnight. And that's the deal. They think it's gonna happen overnight. So they're getting frustrated and coming to fucking protest armed with a fucking gun and armed and thinking that you're a fucking hero when you're not. You are probably a nurse, you're a hero inside the hospital, but you're not a fucking hero sitting here jumping in front of things, doing those kind of things. And then also, the officers, I can still say hindsight 2020, they're probably got some things, but they're in the wrong as far as like, how they gunned the guy down. But we're going to find that out later in a courtroom. They're going to fight that in a courtroom. They're not going to fight it in the streets. And that's all we're saying to the protesters. Fight that shit in a courtroom.
Good question, King. So you said as far, and you're right. Activism takes years. It takes. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
It takes years. Broken up a little bit.
I hear an echo.
Your audio's choppy.
But I also hear an echo too.
On mine?
All right, can you hear me?
I don't know who. Okay, go ahead. You good.
Okay. So here's my thing with that. And you're right. Activism takes years. It can take years. It can take time. You can't just rush and get results right away. And yes, unfortunately, Renee Good, she did something that can be taken either way. Cool. So did Alex Pretty, whatever. But you said specifically you can't show up to protest armed. Yes, you can.
No, I'm not saying you can't. I'm talking hypothetically in the sense of like using common sense and knowing that if you don't need to, why are you bringing a firearm? It's not meaning you can, but you can't sit there and not have your ID on you, not have your concealed license on you, and then resist arrest, or even wrestle or any kind of infraction around law enforcement, and not say that you got a gun.
That's disingenuous. You picking an event. Don't do that.
So I get what you're saying, right? Because here's the thing. This is kind of what I was saying earlier. And I'm not going to get all into the minutiae of things,
gun
right?
license, concealed gun license. These are actual things you have to do.
Some people say, "Hey, he did this, he did that." At the end of the day, the way I view life was lost. He had a gun on him, yeah, legally. The thing is, it's like if it's on one spectrum, people argue the legality of it. Oh, this like Kyle Rittenhour, he walked up there and got to blazing at people, got off all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? This guy, woman get pushed down, and then he ended up getting shot 10 times after the gun's off him. And we all know it's going to be the officers fear for their lives. You know what I'm saying? It's like people. The problem with this stuff to me, and I get all the arguments. Hey, he probably should have stayed his ass out of it to a certain extent. Like, hey, they're doing that, whether it's right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? Whether you feel like this enforcement is going too far.
The unfortunate thing about the Kyle Rittenhouse is that he has several tracks of communication to law enforcement how he was able to be disarmed and not be shot. He walked up to him with his hands up, say, "I got a gun on me," and he had the gun right there in front of him. So we're talking about like someone. We're talking about somebody.
Come on,
Ken. Hold on. At the end of the day, so he walked up like this. I got a gun. He used his weapon and killed people. This guy had in Minnesota. It's a consistent.
That's what I said. Unfortunate. That's why I said unfortunately.
Right. Unfortunately,
the dude actually did what he had to do to get by.
But here's the thing, though. The thing is, the law is conceal and carry. He had it concealed, and he was carrying it law-abidingly. I guarantee you. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? If it was on, if he had not been doing that, if he was concealing, carrying, and did something else, and he was perceived to be on the right, everybody would be defending it. And if it go either party, I don't care if a person on the left or right. I don't give a damn. But
I don't know. I don't agree with that part.
I agree. Yes, they would have, King. Stop
They
it.
would have.
They gonna side with their party, right or wrong. Come on, King.
Yeah,
I'm not saying everybody. So don't get lost in the side of the party thing. I'm talking about actually a law enforcement seeing a gun on someone, and it's a group of people, and it's all happening in seconds. And somebody says, and that cop, and that cop says, "Gun, gun, gun." To the other cops, and they're not saying, "Do you got the gun? Is the gun disarmed?" They're just saying, "Gun, gun." So these idiots are like, "Gun, gun." Oh, boom, boom. Let me shoot. You know, I don't. That's what we're seeing.
Okay, so
we've seen it with Philando Castile. We're seeing it with all of these. But now, all of a sudden, since it doesn't fit your narrative, it doesn't work.
You can't compare other instances to narrate this one. This is an isolated incident. We gonna talk about the situation, the incident.
I can't because they do. You may not be able to.
So
you may not be able to. I can't. Let me ask a question. You may not be able to rock, but I can.
So what you're saying
because they do. Quit acting like they don't, bro.
Look how you're sounding. Now you're being.
No, I'm saying quit acting like they don't. Like
so you gonna use the wrong to justify wrong,
huh?
So you're gonna use a wrong to justify wrong is right.
No. I'm saying no, I'm not justifying anything. I'm saying these cops in their training, whatever that is, as soon as they hear gun, 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 they have the green light to shoot, and they get away with it. Why are we acting like that's not happening? Why are we acting like that's not happening?
Okay, but okay, so here's the thing though. But why do they not? Here's the thing.
I'm not saying it's right.
Okay, hold on, but you're looking at it from this perspective, because here's the perspective. If I guarantee you, with the timing of it, and how can I say this? Because I'm trying to frame it because because you said, like I told you guys before, I grew up with Philando Castile. You know what I'm saying? So that was different. You know what I'm saying? Like, but still legal. All this legal stuff. Right now, the only reason most people, and I'm not saying nobody on this call right now, it's because it's objective to the ICE thing, which most, you know what I'm saying, the people on the right, or people not even on the right, on the left, that are cool with that, and I understand it, are like, hey, boom, boom, boom. You have to understand that man did not deserve it. Gun. So that means that ICE isn't trained correctly, right? He gets shot 10 times after the gun was pulled and the person was going the other way. It's very easy to justify Renee Good because she was driving towards it.
I'm telling you, they're going to tell. I'm saying so that means that these ICE officers are not aware of their surroundings, so they should not be out there. That could have been a kid that got caught. I'm just one of the other 9 bullets.
I'm just answering your question. I'm telling
No, I'm not going at you. I'm just saying, like,
no, I'm just answering the question. I'm just saying they're gonna tell you and me. They're gonna tell us that they were trained correctly.
But they wasn't.
They're gonna say that they were trained.
But they wasn't.
That's what
they're only getting 40. They're only getting 12 weeks worth of training, King.
It's training 12 weeks, 6 weeks. I did 6 weeks in the military to be an Air Force. So we did 6 weeks. So that's cool. But I'm just telling you, they're going to tell you as far as their training manuals and what they had to do to train to become what they are, they're going to say, yes, everything they did was by the training manual book. When somebody says that there's a gun, were you in threat of your life? Did you fear your life?
But the conversation was not about training. So you're running now. You're running from the argument. You talking about training now. That was never the debate.
Training, nigga, you just brought up training. You the one that said.
I think honestly, if this same thing would have happened under Obama, and it would have been somebody on the right that got shot legally carrying their weapon, it would be a completely different argument.
Completely different. Because
they'd be like, hold on, he had a legal right to carry it.
People gonna ride with that.
It's because this person was, and listen,
no one's arguing that he didn't have a legal right to carry. No one's arguing that. No one's arguing that he didn't have a legal right to carry.
If we uphold it, then our rights
y'all are all of
carry legally.
Some people are all of a sudden Second Amendment now. Some people are all of a sudden that now. When they weren't before, but all of a sudden they are now. Because no one is
because the Second Amendment before was when people were
no one's arguing that he couldn't have a gun. No one's arguing that.
No, they literally are. No, they're arguing that he does not have the right, even though he has to conceal and carry, to conceal and carry it. That's
No
the
one's
argument
arguing
that
that he
they're
doesn't have a
coming
right to
with.
have a gun.
He shouldn't
And if
came
they
to a
are, they're
protest
idiots.
with a weapon.
He has a right to have a gun. He has a right to bring it to the protest. Was it the smartest decision? No. Was it the smart decision to wrestle? Was it the smartest thing to get into a wrestling match with loaded gun? No, it's not. It's not. It's just not.
But it's not. It's not because he was seen as on the level when the NRA or when.
It's not
Okay,
a good.
check this out.
Hold
Hold on, Kane. Kane, can I ask you a question?
Wow.
Now here's the big thing. Hold on. You're military, ex-military, correct?
Correct.
Now, I remember about years ago when the military soldiers were showing up like, hey, I do this for a living with their weapons to protest about the Second Amendment and how they shouldn't have it. They were showing up with their weapons, but they weren't supposed to do that. Did they
wrestle a law enforcement? Did they get in a wrestling match with a law enforcement and not say they're armed?
You're not getting. Hold on. You're not getting in a wrestling match when you're helping the lady who got pushed
law
down.
Enforcement wrestled him.
They grab you.
He
That's
did
not a wrestling match.
Law enforcement. You gotta say it right, bro. You can't repaint the picture, King.
I'm not repainting the picture. All I'm saying is
you said they was wrestling law enforcement.
Okay, Rock, you first so you can feel better.
Which one did it first? They was wrestling law enforcement.
Which one did it first so they can feel better? Which one was it?
Did you not just say they was wrestling law enforcement?
Yeah, there was some tussling going on. I don't know who started it, but there's some tussling.
That man got maced and buckled and put his head down and got into a fetal position.
Standing in the middle of the road with a broken rib from a week ago. Yeah. With a broken rib with a week ago, he's gonna get into it with law enforcement again. Yeah. Okay, You
know what? Some people. Okay, let me ask you a question.
He's in a perfectly safe car. He's in a perfectly safe car, and he stops because he's gonna save the day.
All right, let me ask you a question. Is there ever a point in your life or in a person's life where they may feel that they need to kind of stand up for themselves against law enforcement, or do you always just have to submit to law enforcement regardless of circumstances?
We're a city and a country by laws, man. Follow the law.
That wasn't my question, sir.
Follow the law, man.
So now,
if you're coming up against Alonzo from Training Day, if you're coming up against Alonzo from Training Day, nigga, you better fight for your motherfucking life. But if you coming up against Smo Joe, Wally Cleaver, fucking cop, you better just stop and talk to that old man and before he put you in handcuffs and just go about your way.
And that's everybody. Me personally, I have lines in my life to where I don't care who's on the other side. If it comes to my kids, my mother, my sister, my woman, stuff like that. Or some people don't have those things. Some people.
I got 8 DWBs, nigga. I got 8 DWBs driving while black. I'm still here. I got.
I know. I get that. No, but driving while black. Hold on. You're misconstruing. Hold on.
I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? Because I talked to him. I'm like, hey, man, y'all trying to kill me? What y'all trying to do, man? Hey, y'all gonna take me to jail? I'm just gonna call my mama, man, to come bail me out. I'm for real. I'll talk straight up. Like, hey, I'm on. Hey, you want my license? And you can get it for me. I'll get out. I don't even care. I like to get out. I want to see what's going on the highway.
But hold on. You're misconstruing what I'm asking. What I'm saying is, I get that. I have DWBs, all that. But I'm saying there people.
You ain't got no DWBs. You don't even look like you got DWBs, bro. You ain't scared of them.
Huh?
No,
I got balls, bro. But what I'm saying is there a line? That's my question. Like is there a line? You know,
yes, there's a line. Yes, there's a line. Just like in the military, when they said we are here, we take an oath. We take an oath to fight foreign and domestic. So yes, domestic, a cop, if he's doing something out of line, that's crazy, where I could like really be like, okay, if we go to court, I actually can fight this. Because I'm not. But
what about people that didn't take the oath?
But I'm not gonna go up against law enforcement because they got the upper hand, bro. I'm gonna go.
But what about those who didn't take the oath though?
I'm gonna use my phone. I'm gonna turn my phone on. I'm gonna go fight it in court. I'm gonna live another day. I'm gonna go fight it in court.
If I didn't take the oath, do I have to do it? If I didn't take the oath, do I have to do it under the same standards that you did because you took the oath?
No. You could just understand like you're a human being and you trying to go home. So you want to go home? Or you want to?
Yeah, he was probably trying to make sure that old lady went home. That he was trying to help up. That they shot his ass 2 times for no reason.
Like I said, you want to go home or you want to be a hero?
Hey, sometimes you gotta be a hero, man.
Hey, there you go. I'm gonna go home.
And that turns you into a martyr.
I'm gonna go home.
Charlie Kirk's a martyr, right?
I got kids and a wifey, bro. I'm gonna go home.
People see Charlie Kirk as a martyr, right?
Hey, they do, but he ain't here. He ain't here. I'm here.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
And this is the problem I have with
Here we go.
you political sided folks, because
we go.
y'all are going to ride with y'all party and then swear y'all of neither party.
Oh,
You can't make this up, bro.
The
Now,
symmetrical Negro, the symmetrical Negro here.
now it's just the truth. It's just the truth. It's just
Niggas can't have a critical idea and thought process on both situations.
because
I got to make sure I see both sides.
No.
Make sure I talk about this side and that side.
And look, and that's common.
That's
too.
being fair and logical.
No. Life ain't fair. It's not about being fair. I'm not sitting here looking for saying I'm not
on fairness.
All right, let me know we're done.
I'm done.
Okay. So all I'm saying is that I can voice my perspective on something and not end up swimming in a particular party. When I hear a lot of you niggas to speak y'all perspective, it always rides on the same line as those political parties. I'm the first one who I defended Kirk, right? But we both know most Democrats didn't. I'm also the first one to say that man was murdered by ICE, but Republicans are not going to say that. That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying be fair. I'm saying my perspectives are non-biased. It's not connected to a party.
You got Democrats that's going to say he's not murdered.
Huh?
He did get murdered.
You got Democrats that's going to say he's not murdered. So you can't say that Republicans are going to say.
But you can say that about both parties, though. You can say that about both parties.
That's what I'm just saying.
It's not the same.
That's what I'm just saying.
All right, so check
You
this.
got to land the law, like both Democrat and Republican.
For Alex Brady's family confirming this newly released video shows him interacting with federal agents on January 13th. Tonight, the Border incident.
That is police brutality!
And tonight, the Border Patrol agents who fired in Preddy's fatal shooting are on administrative leave, according to the Department of Homeland Security. At a town hall last night, leave, according to the Department of Homeland Security. At a town hall last night, Representative Ilhan impeachment when a man in the crowd charged.
So it was even
vehicle and agents tackling him to the ground. The video does not show what happened before the incident.
that is police brutality!
And tonight, the Border Patrol agents who fired in Preddy's fatal shooting are on administrative leave, according to the Department of Homeland Security.
I don't give a damn what party you claim. It's 8 agents on top of this man. If 8 grown, strong men cannot subdue you, then they shouldn't be ICE agents. What are we talking about?
Man, you never worked with law enforcement. You have no idea. You have no idea, bro. You have no idea. This is nothing about
this is crazy, bro. This is crazy.
So we're not supposed to live in a land of laws or nothing?
But you justifying blowing somebody's head off. He got
I'm
shot.
not justifying blowing somebody's head off. We didn't even talk about the murder part. I'm not even talking about that part.
That's what I'm talking about.
We're trying to make somebody a monster like that. Nobody's a monster here. Don't do that. Don't do that.
You know,
what we're talking about is what we're talking about. I'm just talking about you making it a Republican Democratic thing. That's crazy.
I done played a whole video since then. What are you talking about?
This is talking about how
you know what I'm saying, Jay? I done played a whole video. He's still talking about politics.
So I used to work for DHS,
how you conduct
right?
yourself in a protest? Is that how you would conduct yourself, just like that?
What? Okay.
So
don't think about the death. Don't think about that like that. I'm asking a question. Is that how you would conduct yourself in a protest?
This man just said, "Don't think about the death."
In a protest.
I'm asking you.
Hold on. In a protest, prior to the death of what you're saying.
We can't
prior
even look
to the death of what you're saying.
Wow.
Prior to the death of what you're saying, he did not act.
No, y'all got it, man. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. It's a Republican Democratic thing. It's binary.
No. Hold on, King. It's not a Republican Democrat because you don't even
It's a
know what I
Republican
am.
Democratic thing.
I'm
It's
just
that
talking
binary.
about
It's that
the whole aspect of.
That's what it is.
And I'm trying to tell you,
We
like,
never can have. There's no
what he
common
did is
ground.
called pimping.
There's no laws. There's
I
no
used to-
America. There's no voting. It's just Africa's better than everything. That's
So
all it is.
basically,
Let's all go to Africa.
you
Let's go
run
to Kenya. Let's go
you
to
running from the video. You
Africa.
running from the video.
I ain't running from shit, nigga.
I went to Africa once.
No, don't save these niggas. Don't save them.
I went one time with a very wealthy Arab man from Kuwait. I was in my early 20s.
We want to tell this story, or what are we doing?
I just wanted to. Now he's laughing now. I just wanted some, throw some sauce in there.
I didn't know we were going here.
Because he said you said we should go to Africa, so I went once. But I went to Egypt. It wasn't like
Look, if we
But it's
can't
Africa.
if we can't figure out a line where we can say when behavior kind of predicts what's going on, then I don't know what we're talking about. Are we not able to talk about that? Like behavior to get to things, we can't.
I think we can.
Do we not have state and city laws and restrictions on how you protest, where you can, and all that kind of thing? Do we not have that at all?
I think it's dependent on
I'm
who's
not
doing
saying
it.
that people don't break those rules. I'm not saying that people don't break those rules. I seen the Watts riots. I seen the George Floyd stuff. I seen what's going on in Minnesota. I'm not saying that people don't break the thing, but I'm saying, isn't there a decorum way that we keep saying we're walking across the Pettus Bridge or whatever, and we're walking arm in arm? We're safe.
Do you think that
I'm just asking?
Yeah, I got an answer for you. So this is what I honestly think. You're right. There should be a line. The fact that ICE is there trying to get illegal Mali, bro, if that was in a predominant white, maybe to hell with political parties, if it was more people that represent what they see as white people, that type of stuff wouldn't be happening, and there would be no problem. They hear Minnesota, they hear the Somali stuff, they know ICE is there to get illegal. So they're like cool with it because that's this is collateral damage. If this was going on in Greenwich, Connecticut, everything would be completely different. That's just my thoughts. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sitting there trying to understand how we can look at a video with several strong men on a man back, and they got his hands, and they are in control of his whole body.
He probably on that shit.
You won't even let me finish the sentence. So that's how I know it's disingenuous.
I feel like what King is trying to say, because I'm like the outside looking in from this conversation, what King is trying to say is that from law enforcement perspective, they're trained a certain way, and they have to do things a certain way to protect themselves. So from a law enforcement perspective, he finds that the officers, were doing what they needed to do based off his prior behavior, and that because none of us have any experience in law enforcement, maybe we don't quite understand. That's what I'm kind of seeing, like King's point. Am I understanding it correctly, King?
And that's been the problem that I've been having, and that's been my pushback, because that's been the problem I've been having with some people who've been having their perspective on it because they're in military law enforcement. That don't mean just because we haven't been there does not mean we're not qualified to assess the situation.
Ain't nobody said that. That's what she said.
Well,
I'm just responding to her, sir. I'm not aiming at you. I'm speaking.
I just know that
because
protests are scary.
Because for some reason, when it comes to situations like this, people with military or law enforcement background, they think that their perspectives are supposed to hold water more than ours, and that's not necessarily always accurate.
Well, let me say something really quickly. I want to say something about myself really quickly that I haven't said before. I used to work for DHS. I was a RAM officer. I was a risk assessment mitigator.
What?
I was a risk assessment mitigator for the Department of Homeland Security.
That's fine. They wrote it in the order.
I'm not saying that I know everything, but what I'm saying is one of the terms what happened there is I used to say that the officers were pimping up the culprit. You know what I'm saying? That whole thing did not need to go in that manner. Okay, I used to assess risk for different type of things. As far as in Minnesota, Mall American, when they had the RNC years ago, I was one of the people that tried to make sure they see certain things for the risk as far as them coming trying to blow stuff up the ground. Okay, that understandably what Kane is saying. Yes, you hear that, eliminate the threat, but they have a certain type of process and they have to do to be able to recognize it. They don't need to see. They don't need to see the perp with the gun. They need to hear it, understand the location, and then assess in a certain amount of time to eliminate if they need to. They were not in any imminent threat. That man never put his hand on his weapon. He had his weapon. He never touched his weapon.
They don't know
he was
it.
in the
They don't know it.
Okay, so here's the thing. I understand you're saying like law enforcement is a thing. You have to be a law-abiding citizen. This is true. But you also have rights within those laws that law enforcement has to abide by with you. They did not do that with him. That's all I'm saying. He was in the field position. They had all these men. He did not touch his weapon. It was pulled. Your gun needs untrained.
It's just a matter of seconds, though. I mean, we both saying.
But that's part of the but that's part of their.
It's a matter of seconds. When you hear the words, when they're saying it, gun, gun, gun. The guy says gun, gun,
and this was after he walked away with the man's gun.
In seconds, they're all shooting at the same time, man.
So that makes it justified to you.
It's not justified, man. I don't know. I feel like there is gonna be some blowback from if they really, really look at it. But if they look at it from a law standpoint from the training of those officers, they're going to get off because they're gonna be able to hide. They're gonna be able to be behind the wall of where they in fear or feel a threat to their life. And
you know what's funny? The person that was scared the most in that situation was the person that died. More than likely.
What'd you say?
The person that had the most fear in that situation, more likely it was the person that died.
Yeah, and I'm not
with
even,
one weapon on
I don't have,
and then
I don't
there's
have
10
an
or 12
emotional.
people.
We don't have an emotional level rule. We don't have an emotional level ruler. We don't have an emotional level ruler to know like who was scared. But here's the thing: the person who wasn't scared is. I'm just saying
the person who was surrounded by people with weapons and never grabbed his out of fear.
In the courtroom, they're gonna say,
weapon out of fear.
"Hey, did you feel and threaten your life?" They're gonna ask those cops that in the courtroom. You know what I'm saying? In the courtroom, they're gonna ask the cops that.
But he never grabbed his weapon out of fear, and all of them did and shot that man 10 times out of fear.
Hold on.
That's all they're gonna ask.
Jay, let me ask you a question. Jay. If let's say you have a gun on you, but 5 or 6 guys come up on you and they have guns, are you going to be scared?
Absolutely.
Is there going to be a level of fear? Christian, same. Answer the question. Who you think are going to be more scared, them or you?
Yeah, I'm scared.
Or Steve, if you have your weapon, he probably can't hear. If you have your weapon and there's 6 guys run up on you and they got weapons, who gonna be more scared, them or you?
Yeah, I'm gonna be scared.
King, answer the question.
Yeah, I'm gonna be scared.
Well, what are you talking about? We don't have an emotional gauge.
That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about I don't have an emotional gauge on who was the scariest out of those people because I'm not in that situation. But what I'm saying is that that's not the law answer. That's not the law question. They're gonna ask these cops that. That's the whole thing that's gonna be pinned on. For them to
we know they're gonna get away with it.
Of course, they have to go through that question. That's
That
all.
means they can kill anybody when they're scared.
Y'all trying to make it where I'm trying to say who's the scaredy cat and who's the scariest. I'm not worried about that.
Well,
I'm talking about the law part of it, man.
Well, the top of the conversation was it wrong or not? We know they probably gonna get away with it, but that was cold-blooded murder, bro. That was murder, dog. That was murder. Now, here's what I'm saying. If you ask me about the lady, right? I don't think they had to take a life, but unfortunately, she gave them the green light. So if you notice, my stance on that situation is different than my stance on this one.
Why?
On this one, because this man was down on his back was up. He can't even look up. And his gun was in his back concealed. And we watched them. We watched them as 7, 8 guys on you. Who do you think look weaker? 8 guys can't disarm or keep a man down. Nah, bro, that was murder. And then they killed him. They started shooting him after he walked away with the gun. How is that not murder, kid?
I'm telling y'all won't let me say what I need to say without cutting me. Y'all got.
Are you serious, King? You and Jay went at it for 40 minutes,
No,
bro. What are you talking about?
It's two different agencies. Both agencies aren't tactical agencies. They're two different agencies, and they're not going to communicate, and they didn't communicate. And that's where internally, yes, they're going to get reprimanded and in trouble internally. We probably won't never see that, but they will. They will know they got a strike taken away or assignments taken away. They will. Those guys that are in talk, those 8 guys you keep talking about, but there's 2 different units. Those are the DHS and ICE together. They're not talking. They don't have communication. That's why they're making emphasis on where were the city police or the state police to protect them, to do their job, to go do what they were doing. The reason why they were there,
murder.
So that wasn't there.
I mean, you can tell me all the logistics. It's still murder.
Regardless, it's an unfortunate situation because somebody died, But at the end of the day, it's kind of like, the police is out here doing fuck shit. So I just kind of feel like you got to protect yourself at all costs. And me personally, I think the man should be able to carry his gun. He has all the proper documentation. He did not break a law. But me personally, I'm not going to go with my gun to a protest because I already know the cops are out there doing fuck shit to people. These are these federal agents, they're all masked up and shit. They're out here doing all this. What's it to them to start fucking with me too? I'm not saying he was wrong or anything. He can do what he wants to do, but it's kind of like a situation to read the room. If some shit pops off, chances are you're putting yourself in even more danger for the cops to fuck with you, So that's just the only thing. It's like, I wouldn't have personally felt comfortable bringing my firearm to that situation, knowing what you're protesting against.
Well, the only pushback I have towards that is that they're called protests for a reason. And when our grandparents protested in the 60s and 70s and they didn't have no weapons, look what happened to them. I'm not going to lie. When white people protest, that's what they do. They bring them. Just because they're not showing it, they bring them. Secondly, whenever I protested, I had my shit on me. I'm sorry. I ain't going nowhere without mine. But
I've never been to a protest. I just when I was a child, the Rodney King riots broke out on my birthday. Okay, so it ruined my birthday. And the way that my dad described it to me, it just made me feel like I never want to be anywhere around any type of protest or anything like that.
Rockstar, I don't walk my Frenchie without a piece on me.
Your Frenchie.
My Frenchie.
I believe you, Steve. I believe. Well, Dan, that was a good conversation, man. We got one more topic, y'all. Let me remove the good stuff, man. I liked the little debate between King and Jay. That was exciting to see, that. That was exciting.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. All right, mute your mic, y'all. Let's get into the next conversation.
Nigga, if I step to your face and tell you your dead homie in your face, you gonna tell me all those are nothing but words.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you.
Hell no, those are fighting words. Those are shooting words.
I'm gonna tell you a goddamn lie. What I'm gonna fight you for, and I got to go home to my kids. I'm gonna fight you for, nigga, and I make damn near $10,000 a week, and that can stop. What I'm gonna fight you? My homies is dead. Your words don't hurt me. Fuck your mama, niggas. Huh. You don't know now, nigga. Matter of fact, I ain't even got no dead homies, nigga. I'm 45 years old. I ain't got no dead homie. How that's gonna hurt me? I'm a grown goddamn man. Don't know words affect me, boy. Words affect your mama, son. Words don't affect no man. Words affect boys and women, nigga. I'm a goddamn man. When did niggas start listening to words?
This is what it looks like.
Hmm. All right, so the reason I brought this topic up is because is I've heard so many different angles, perspectives, and opinions about the Corey Holcomb and Anton beef. And what I got out of it, seeing hundreds of videos from different sides, different opinions on it, and who right, who wrong. I got thousands of different scenarios from people on different podcasts and panels about what they would have did, what they wouldn't have did, what they would have said, what they would have said, wouldn't have said, and what they think Corey should have did or not, and what Anton should have did or not. So the subject of conversation is let's talk about how much do words play into how you will react or respond to someone when it comes to differences, agreements, or beef. Who would like to go first?
I mean, words don't matter to me. I feel like certain things are off limits. Certain things you just don't go to the jugular with, you don't go very personal and say certain things at times. But it's kind of, learned it in elementary school. Sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me. I feel like in our adolescence, especially with men, I can't really say because I'm not a man, but a lot of people have this persona of, oh, you can't let them talk to you like that, and all this, and they want to beef on that. And I think that people go through that at an adolescence, but then when you get to be older in your 40s and things, those things don't really matter as much unless it's something that's extremely disrespectful that someone takes like you are really trying to hurt them or going overboard. But I mean, I don't know, I'm from South Louisiana. I grew up in a family of people talking trash and saying little petty stuff and just bringing up things and talking, but words I don't think are a reason to get physical.
Gotcha. Oh, go ahead.
But I'm not a man, so
Yeah.
girls talk shit. I'll call like my girlfriend. She'll say to me, "I'm like, bitch, you've never had a husband. You got nobody's children. You are a waste of space, girl. Like, bye. Call me when you get a life. That's how girls talk to each other, right? And then she'll come back with some ridiculous stuff about me. But that's normal in a female kind of energy, right? But men are not the same. So my perspective is from girls because we go the jugular.
Okay, so before Steve or King respond, let me add some layers to it, right? So, and of course y'all can disagree with this and not want you spit your soliloquy. It's safe to say to me, I think that there are things that we grew up on being told that were true and things that wasn't so true. I do think words hurt. You know what I mean? I think words do hurt, right? They may hurt different from different people, and then at the same time, those same words may not bother some people. And also, I want to add, it is, I don't think it's just an age thing. I think it's an upbringing thing because I grew up in an environment where fighting was what it was, or shooting, or you don't let nobody say this about this or that, but my internal overseers, they raised me to be man enough to walk away, and then if pursued or your space is taken away, then you respond because now you're in defensive mode, right? But with
But I
that,
think when you're talking about the words, though, just to add to what you're saying, I mean, just going back to that part of it, it's kind of like you got to consider the source. It's like certain things that people are saying, like I don't really care about that person anyway, and their opinion doesn't matter. And I try to remind myself every single day that it's impossible to go throughout life without being offended. You're gonna get offended. It doesn't really matter that much. You don't really have to be that hurt about it. And also another thing, it's very normal for people to form opinions about people, right? So you formed your opinion about me, and guess what? I formed my opinion about you too. So if someone forms an opinion about me that is different than the person I really am, what can I do about it? And I really do have a mentality for the most part. There's only two people's opinions I really care about. These are the only two people that can hurt me: the person signing my check and the person I lay with at night. Other than that, your opinion to me doesn't really affect me, and I don't care what you think about me because you're thinking about me.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm speaking on it from the sense of the responses to it, right? The responses, and when you're dealing with men, shit can get violent, right? So that's kind of why I'm looking at it. I'm kind of asking about it from the perspective of what what can be said should and or constitutes you pursuing someone in a violent violent measure. You know what I mean? Or what shouldn't? King Steve, what's your thoughts? And I'm only saying I'm not really you Christian. You said everything you supposed to say. Correct? You're a woman, so your thought process is perfect.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I run into a lot of women that's not. I ain't gonna say
That
that.
be ready to fight. Yeah.
I ain't gonna say that they ready to fight, but I'm just saying that they don't be, you know what I'm saying, up to your standard a lot of times. Like I'm a college graduate, all kind of stuff, and I try to date within my, you know what I'm saying, the person is, got the same kind of accolades as me, and it just don't work out like that most of the time.
You talking about relationships?
Yep.
I wasn't talking about relationships.
No, but I'm just saying all together.
I was going with it.
Okay.
And be like,
I like what you're talking about,
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Hey, I
all. But
told
it
y'all
was like, man,
What was the
it be
question?
thrown in the air like shit. My bad, no joke. Like,
Bruh.
What's the question? I'm all lost.
Steve, what are you talking about? Like, what question were you answering?
nah, I was just talking about, oh my God. But I'm just saying that all of it ties in each other.
Well, I would hope you ain't quick to jump off on your woman.
Man, I ain't got time to. Hey, Rockstar, I got so many memes that what's the name? King keep putting up there that I keep having to let you make it on. So
Well,
I'm
you can
just
talk
trying
your
to say
time.
still
It don't
my
matter.
lady.
This at my mama's house. Me and King done got into it on.
I'm just saying I don't want to put up no fingers or nothing to you. When somebody say to keep it this way, I'm just letting you know, Roddy. I
I
love
don't
you.
know. King, I don't know what he talking about. King, we
Oh.
go edit on there. I don't know what he talking about. Don't be scared. But now, but we not talking about words exchanged with your brother. Info. Yeah, but good. It was good. We was interested. We was locked in. What's your thoughts, King?
Yeah, I'm like kind of the source of where it comes from. I'm kind of more of like an accumulative person where you can say stuff, but I think from the source, I have been a victim of falling into like getting angry about it, like wanting to say something, but now I'm kind of like really trying to just like you said, just move on, move away, just kind of really analyze, is this something that's really really affecting me, is it really really touching me, that kind of vibe. So but yeah, I've been a victim of where I could be a hothead. I've been a victim of it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it happens. Yeah. Well,
I don't know about it like that because, like I said, I'm a girl. But like with
yeah,
my
exactly.
husband, like one time there was a guy and he was like saying something, to me, and it was kind of unsavory. And then later on the evening, I was like, "Well, why didn't you say anything to him?" And he was like, "Cause I ain't gonna do too much talking. A lot of stuff I just gotta ignore because I ain't never gonna do too much talking. So words and some things I gotta let slide.
Yeah.
And then
Everybody got their own way of going about stuff sometimes too.
Yeah.
So that's
look at
the
that.
perspective I see.
Yeah, that's why I say for me, it was just I was always like that, even at a young age, like even in my young adult, and I mean I had cousins and homies who they would snap, but me, I'm just saying me, I never, man, I've had a guy can say, I'm like, I always had this thing where I would be like, if it's gonna be a word match, my conversation was short, and then I'd be like, "Oh well, you ain't gonna put your hands on me." That's all I used to end it with. I just stopped talking after that and leave it like that. At that point, he talking to himself. I wouldn't respond. You know what I mean? So I guess it was a little different for me. But like I say, I understand because some of my cousins, and my friends. Oh no, the words can go all the way to. You can't say nothing wrong to them boys. You know what I'm saying? But
Went to the Himalayas with it.
But for me, it just didn't get to me like that. Like I said, I would if it got to a little tongue match, I'd end up like, man, whatever. You ain't gonna put your hands on me, and I leave it at that. So yeah. But I understood. I understood people. Look, I understand if you knock somebody out for saying the wrong thing. Now I ain't got a problem with it.
Yeah.
I have no problem with it. I might celebrate it, like good job, bro. Yeah, because he talked about your mom. You know what I'm saying? But me, I just was non-confrontational, and then I don't know. I guess because I was in karate since I was 10. I've been boxing since I was 10, so I had martial, you know what I mean. So I was already given the mental discipline. You know what I'm saying? And so I was taught you just. This is your learning is to defend yourself, not go out there and jump on people because somebody said something that hurt you. You know what I'm saying? And so maybe that's a part of why I ended up like that. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, my cousins and friends who wasn't taking karate or boxing, they was
My son's learning how to fight right now.
What is learning?
So he's in jiu-jitsu, and then my husband takes him to 52 blocks. Downtown, so he learns all the different blocks you can do. So he's like getting jiu-jitsu, like martial arts training, and then he's getting training in the streets. So yeah, he have his little boxing gloves on and everything.
I was just going to say, I'm a little biased, but you definitely want him to learn how to box at a boxing gym. That's gonna make him so dangerous. The jiu-jitsu
my husband, he's like Krav Maga and like jiu-jitsu, like he's a fighter for real. So I let him, what they do, they be gone for hours. He come back tired and sweaty, So
gotcha.
Yeah, I don't know about none of that stuff.
Yeah.
But I think that it's really good, for all the kids to have discipline and to learn. Like my son had an incident the other day at school to where he kept asking me to wear these damn slides to school. So I finally let him do it. So he tripped and fell. Somebody tripped him, and he couldn't get his balance because he had the slides on. So it was in the cafeteria. Everyone laughed at him. So he said he got up and he wanted to pursue the boy to go and, retaliate against him. And I had to let him know, you don't do that, in a moment. If someone's putting their hands on your person and you're defending yourself, you do that. But if someone trips you and they run away, you don't pursue them to put your hands on them. It's done. At that point, you have to go and talk to the teacher. So it's very important to teach our children, yes, defend yourself, because he's feeling himself right now because he's been learning how to fight, and he's, getting technique and skill. So he's like, look, I'm going to go chase him and beat him down. So you have to teach the children, yes, you have these skills, but only to defend yourself.
Yeah, only to defend yourself.
Teach them diplomacy.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so we got one more topic. Steve, I don't know what you talking about. I don't know where you come from. We got thick skin, baby. You better, look, I talk trash to you. You better talk it back. Hey, that's good for the show.
Hey, man, you better watch yourself, man.
Oh my God!
Look, I'm looking around.
Be scared, man.
Look, I gotta watch out for Steve. All right, y'all, mute your mics, man. Let's go on to the next topic. All right, All right, y'all. So there's this guy in Nigeria. He committed a crime. And so he went to court. And they told him that he needs to return the 1.5 billion naira, which is 1.1 million in the US dollars, that was mistakenly sent to his bank account. Now, they told him he got an option to get the money back. He got to spend a year in jail. So the dude decided to spend a year in jail.
He's worth $1 million. Oh
my God!
Hold on, Steve. Hold on. So we're gonna start our recruit. Now go on with Steve, because Steve already kind of started.
I'm gonna give you this, bro. It was another case with that girl who playing the Fast and the Furious as Dominique's girlfriend. She was the same way. They said she owed so much in taxes. Either you give us this in taxes or you go to jail for this time. She went to jail. She didn't give them nothing.
Answer the question.
Nah, I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't give
I'm
them
just messing
nothing.
with
I'd
you,
go to
dog.
jail for it.
What? You do a year?
Man, for $1 million?
365 days.
For $1 million, homie, is worth it. I got people who worth, if they've been alive 40 years, ain't made $1 million yet, bro.
No, I respect it.
That's what I'm saying.
I
Like,
just
if
had to
that's
ask
all I got to
you.
do to have $1 million when I come out, oh, hell yeah. We rolling on the river.
I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you at all, Steve. Look, it ain't a right or wrong answer, to be honest with you. Christian, tell the truth. Don't say it because it sounds good. Tell the truth. Can you handle 300?
I'm still laughing at Steve because he said he was going to be rolling on the river when he got out with his buddy. Steve, do you remember when I dressed like Tina Turner?
Of course.
Okay, so here's the thing. First of all, there's the difference between jail and prison. So is it he going to prison or you going to jail? You know, that's the first thing. Because
Christian, see, Chris, that's how I know you ain't never been. Jail is worse than prison.
Well, I know that. My statement didn't say whether or not I knew which one was better or worse. That's what I'm saying. Prison is maybe a possibility, but not jail. That's the first. But see, I'm speaking from TDCJ. Okay, these motherfuckers. Okay, all right. Hail to the no. Okay, I would not want to go. You know, to TDCJ. Now I don't know what's going on in Nigeria. I don't know what they
it's whatever jail you're at, whatever jail you're at.
Like maybe other countries things are different. Even other states jails are much, better. But in Texas, I don't think I'm doing that. I do not like jails. I don't like any of that shit. I don't want to go over there. No. You know what? God don't want that for me. God is gonna give me my $1 million in a much easier way. You dig?
Oh my God!
I'm not finna be up in the, what I'm saying? Look, I'm finna, y'all, just like I hit this lick this one time and got this $1 billion this one time, bet. Guess I'll do it again. So, hell no. I'm better than that. No.
King, what you gonna do, bro? 365 days for that $1 million, man.
Oh man, nah, man. I probably turn it down. Nah, I ain't doing it, man. Nah, the trajectory I'm going. Nah, I'm not. It ain't enough. It ain't enough. That shit ain't enough. I'm so sorry. Fuck no. Ain't enough.
Bruh.
I don't like nothing about no damn jail, prison, holding tank, booking there.
I can't go to jail.
Bail bonds, pay parole. I don't like nothing about it. The district clerk's office, I don't like none of it. The lobby, none of that shit.
Yeah.
The re-entry lady always has an attitude at the gate, just everything.
Everything. I gotta pay for parking and shit. Hell nah.
Man, I can't do it, bro.
I
can't do it. I can't do it. I'll make that meal on my own, bro. I can't do it.
Hey, I'll make the if 10.
But when Steve gets out, I'll pick you up when you get out, Steve. I'll pick
Fam,
you up.
if it was given to you in your hand and all you had to do, like I'm gonna give you this. I got another analogy. I
You
got a
can't change my
homeboy.
mind.
Have you, Steve? Have
I
you
got a
ever been
homeboy. I'm gonna give y'all this.
incarcerated? Steve,
I'm
have
gonna
you
give
ever
y'all
been
this.
incarcerated?
No, he not. But I'm
Have
gonna give you
you?
this.
Have you ever been incarcerated before?
Nah, I ain't been incarcerated though.
Yeah, I have. I ain't going back.
Yeah, but that's what I'm gonna give you that too. All my uncle family have. When I went to go see my uncle when I was 9 years old and he had 82, you know what I'm saying? I know I would never go in jail. I knew what was to do not to go there. So I'm just giving you that
100 degrees outside with no central AC on the third row.
But I'm gonna give you this.
You gonna do that?
If like I got a homeboy who did a bunch of shit, he got jammed up, and that was him go to jail and lose everything, or go to jail. What's the name on this person who trying to turn the state against you, and they really the wrong person, and still be a millionaire when your ass come home. I'm gonna do what I gotta do to still be a millionaire when I come home.
That nigga talking. That nigga snitching. Yeah.
But no, I ain't say snitching, fam. I'm gonna say this. This person was the person who had the license to get everything. They were just bringing it to you to sell it. But then when everything come down, they try to put it all on you. Come on, coach. The people wasn't even down with it. Like, hey man, you do this, and hey man, we gonna make sure you come home in a year. Hey man,
Steve, I don't think you know that 365 days can fuck you up, man. You got to get through them 365 days.
And come home with a ticket, and come home with a meal ticket when I come, man.
You don't know what's going on up in there, Steve.
Hey man, it's my seat.
Your gal been to spend your money. Your gal been to spend your money up. Your gal.
I was offered $1 million to do a year in jail. What would you want me to do? Take the meal or say nah and stay free?
He's asking his son.
This motherfucker said I need to take my ass to jail.
I'm gonna come home with a ticket, bro.
Hell no, I ain't going to no. It gotta be like 10, maybe 10, 20 million. I might consider.
She told me I need to go.
Oh my God! 100 million? I'm sitting down.
I'm done with this.
I'm sitting down.
I ain't going to jail.
100 million. 100 million?
Oh yeah, 100 million. Yeah.
A ticket for 1 year though. Figure what you saying on Rockstar. One ticket for 1 year. Is it worth it? Like, come on, bro.
No.
Listen, bro. Steve, do you know how long a day is in jail?
Hey, I like I said, I haven't been there, but I was saying the $1 million is for 365 days. Is come on, bro. People work their whole life and don't make $1 million, bro.
They need to work harder then.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you know that there's like no mattress, Steve? You have to sleep on metal because the mattress they give you is disgusting and nasty and thin anyway. You're gonna sleep on metal for 365 days and have to live off of chow and commissary, and then they don't even let you out, so you could potentially like go without even seeing rec for like 3 months. You know, you're going from like you're really like free life to being confined, and then you got crazy, and you got niggas in there doing 40 years of shit. They ain't been outside. Crazy. It's a lot that goes on in that bitch. Okay. And $1 million just ain't worth it. It's a lot of money, but your mental health and your safety and dealing with these niggas, I don't think it's worth it.
Man, dang, $1 million, man. Nah, I'm good. If they gonna take it, what about 10 million?
I'd have to consider.
Hey, if Steve did do it, I would get my little bag of quarters and I go see
Yeah,
him
I'm
on
gonna
the
tell y'all
weekend
that the
until
new
he got out.
generation and what we've lived through forgot about the value of $1 million.
I ain't forgot the value of my freedom.
My life minutes, 365 days of my time is worth more than $1 million. Okay, my mental health, my sanity, and my safety.
Yeah.
You doing it every day this way. If you work for a company, you probably doing it for 100 to 150.
I don't work for a company. All my money is 1099.
All right, if it is, but even if you are, if you're making $250,000 to $500,000, it's still not $1 million in a year.
But some things are not worth money.
All right. That's when you're gonna take it to ethics and morals, and
No,
I'm gonna
it's
take it to
about
that
like
as well.
what I said at the beginning was the thing. I don't think that my creator wants me to go through that type of strife to have that amount of money. I feel like
I'm just saying though, ethically and morally, I'm gonna take it for 365 days. I sit up here on my ass and
I
do
support
acting and
you.
probably make $150K.
I support you if you did that. I would
But
come
I'm
and
just
visit
saying
you
though,
in prison.
if $1 million to do that, oh man, I'm gone. Tell me something different.
Yeah, I will come up there and see you. I will buy you all the little snacks at the vending machine, tell you what's been going on in the real world, everything.
Oh my God! Hey, you don't gotta tell me. That's how good it is now. I got a cell phone and IG and everything just like you do.
I got you're gonna be spending the money while he in. You're gonna be broke by the time you get out.
No cell phone.
He gonna be broke by the time you get out.
Man, you can tell me whatever you want to. I just got people in the feds call me every day, everything.
Well, I mean, yeah, we know that, but I didn't think you was
He gonna have a flat
you were
screen.
gonna just
He gonna have a flat screen in there.
In the feds, not in state.
Still, you ain't got to keep muting. We almost done, but keep going.
I'm just saying, bro. I don't want to be talking over nobody. That's why I was just trying to do that.
Nah, you good. You good.
Yeah, that was it.
Man,
hey, man, people forget about the value of some stuff at a certain point. That's all, fam.
Fair enough. I ain't going though. You got it.
But you buy a $500,000 home, you still got property tax to pay.
But I'm not doing that off that. That's what I'm saying. That's all, fam.
But I
got homeboys that did that. They might have more than $1 million.
You got taxes
for
on
what they did, and what's the name coming back? It was worth it.
Hey, I'd feel bad though. I'm gonna turn it down, but I'm gonna feel bad.
Shit, they're not.
Oh, I'm gonna feel bad. I'm be like,
salty.
I'll be okay though. I'll be okay.
Yeah,
Hey, Steve,
I got you.
Just let me hold some when you do the 365.
It'll be a long time.
That's why I'm going to visit him. I'm staying close with Steve. I'm gonna come up to the prison. I'm gonna come up to the prison, make sure he's all right. Buy him the snacks. When he gets out, I'm gonna want something.
I'm gonna write him.
Boy, you ain't. Boy, he's trying to King keep hitting me with the whamps, but yeah, you a mug rock star. You too much.
I'm gonna write him.
What I do?
I can't write you down.
They don't write letters like that no more.
I can't stand y'all, man. Too funny, bro.
I'm gonna email him.
I got a letter from a road dog written in blood.
You see, if he's only gonna write you, I'm gonna come see you. I'm gonna see he wants to write you only. I'm gonna come see you. So make sure you save a bigger piece of that money for me.
Hey, I can hear King. Hey man, I got another role for you. Let me.
Hey, got another. Hey, all we gotta do is put 100,000 down. 100,000
real quick, like.
Hey.
I got this bomb roll for you.
I got you on the cover, baby. I got you on the cover.
Hey, I'm off from a verse on a song. Hey, I don't even know if he can rap. I don't care.
Hey, y'all, man. I love it, man. I'm having fun as hell messing with y'all on here.
Oh man, god dang. Christian, ask your husband, what would he do? What would you want him to do?
I don't think he would. Rashard, can you come here?
Yeah, let's see what
I
it is.
don't
Let's see what it
think
is.
he would, but
The
We
Christian,
never know what
the
we
Christian,
gonna get out of him.
the
Rashard, they want to
Christian,
ask you a question.
the Christian. Would you want him to?
Would you want?
No?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, now
So
let
the
me know.
question,
Yeah.
you got to talk to the mic. They said, would you go to prison for 365 days for $1 million? You got to talk in the mic.
Yeah, I would.
Oh my God!
Get close to it.
Hey, he's
Right.
strong with me, fam.
You agree with Steve? We said no.
Why would
Yeah, I said no. Yeah.
I said no.
Get closer to it.
I mean, $1 million for 365 days, that's nothing. I done said 365 days, so that's nothing.
Fam, I told you.
Yeah, see, I done did time too, but I can't. That's why I can't do it.
I ain't done no time though, but I don't want to.
Oh yeah.
That's what's up.
Man, prayers go up to Michael Watts, man, if y'all don't know.
Oh yeah. I already know. That's my cousin. Yeah, he's sick. Yeah, he's sick. He back in the
I
hospital.
mean, I wouldn't want that, but I mean,
shout out to
well, I
Michael.
mean, Rashard, you know, he says he can do it because he's done it before. Rashard spent some time in prison.
Man, but you see me, that's why I was like, I wouldn't like that. But I got homeboys that been put real time in front of them behind shit. And I be like, nigga, you better tell. Fuck that. That Chinese lady that ain't with us, that's trying to put it on you and she the culprit, tell on her. That dude who really did that murder and dude who trying to put you in, tell on him.
Hey, well, there you have it, y'all. Hey, everybody in the chat, tell us, make sure you comment. Would you do the year for $1 million, man? we finna get out of here. Christian, gonna let them know your ears and where they can find you.
Okay, yeah. So Kristen Olivier Renfro. You can find me on Instagram at Coming For You, Kristen. And before can I talk about No More Ash real quick? So nomoash.com. It's my product. It's a hydrating body balm. It's called Nomo Ash. And I created it with a formulist. Check it out. I do have my first celebrity endorsement. Producer Jazzy Faye did give me a nice little celebrity endorsement on it. It's a great product, handmade. Support me. Follow me, holla at me, and see me next week.
All righty. Steve, talk to him, baby. Let him know who he is with that $1 million, man.
Galveston County representative, actor, you know, any kind of manager, entrepreneur, anything you know of. You know how we stay getting it in. Many movies coming. He would in the horizons as well. Got a few others coming this year. But hey, man, it's been love right here at your mama's house, man. I've been loving how Rockstar been accepting us and bringing us in. Hey, man, let's keep it going.
All right, man. My boy King, talk to him, baby.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Hey, another great show at my mama's house. But you already know, filmmaker. Go watch Hewwood on Tubi, and you can watch it right here on YouTube as soon as this goes off. Hey, catch y'all next week.
Yes, sir. And also let's give a shout out to Jay, man. We thank Jay for jumping on. He had to go. So we glad that he's okay. So from being sick. And y'all already know what's fine. Make sure you like and subscribe. Also, make sure you join the membership team. You know what I'm talking about? So we can send y'all some free merch that's gonna be coming up soon. With that being said, you know what it is. We out. Peace.